Welcome back to Stories to D4. As always, I'm your Dungeon Master and your storyteller for the evening, Matthew. And before we get started with tonight's game, we have just a few quick announcements. First of all, before we get to any of the nitty-gritty and subscribing and all of that, I want to go ahead and congratulate my players. You've made it to the big city after long last. You've immediately fallen into a lion's nest of danger. You always have the option of running away. And more importantly, we've made it 12 whole sessions without a character death. Come on, guys. 13 is an unlucky number. We don't need to hit that.
I really want to say try harder, but I'm scared of the consequences of my actions.
I absolutely
Not
would punish
try
you for
harder.
such a thing.
I think
That's
you
why
should
I
look
just-
in the
I just
mirror and then say
mentioned.
that.
Try harder.
There's a full moon tonight.
There's a full moon tonight?
Oh, this
We
is
are
a great
Oh,
time to kill an elf.
Amazing. You know, it's kind of a fun fact. We're we're about to hit the new moon in our campaign. Do you all not keep lunar calendars in your session notes?
Oh, I have one.
I only keep solar calendars in my session notes.
Oh gosh. Well, as I mentioned before, we're gonna go ahead. We only have a couple of announcements and we can jump into tonight's session. First, I'd like to mention that we've almost hit our next subscriber goal, in which case we'll be unlocking a new emote slot. If you want to see what the new emotes are, we have them posted both on our Twitter and they're available on our Discord. Speaking of that Discord, which you can join by hitting the link down below, when we get our next emote slot, we're actually going to be opening up a poll for all of our friends over in the Discord to see, hey, which face do you want next? I believe our options are going to be Ililie Arendral, Ismini Callister, and Gwynwyn Grandfair. Our artist for it was absolutely phenomenal. Again, I really do recommend you go check them out. Everything is listed over on our socials, links all below. Additionally, for those of you who may not know, Prime subscriptions they don't automatically renew. So if you'd like to support us and you want to do so for free and you have Amazon Prime, there is an option for you. You just got to click that button. Two more things, and then I'll stop talking from the meta level. This Sunday's Footnotes, we're having our dear Amanda joining in. Oh, it's not Amanda.
Connor.
Connor! My notes are wrong. I'm going to blame myself because I write my own notes.
Wait, why don't
Connor! This is going to be... Oh, I know what we're talking about this. We talked about this before session.
Yeah, we did.
I know what we're talking about this week.
Tune in
If you
for
were
secrets.
excited for some secrets of Laurentius Thorne, this Sunday is going to be the night to watch.
What
gonna-
shoe size is he?
Big drow feet. Finally, and I really hope I'm right on this one because these two will harm me if I'm wrong.
What you measure?
Next Friday and the following Sunday, so Thanksgiving, Friday, Sunday times, there will be no session whatsoever. So we're going to be coming back for the next session of Stories to D4 is going to be happening 2 weeks from today. After that, we're not going to have much of a break over until Christmas time. All right, with that, let's do a very brief recap and drop back into the chaos that is the Kappleberry Caravan. When last we met, the five of you, alongside with your hireling Yosef and a recently acquired mercenary named Adon Castillo, traveled from the city of Galavon alongside your caravan, your cart and horses, through the bulwark, this massive, ancient, and apparently elven forest. On your way there, taking some time to explore a bit away, Ililie came upon an injured satyr, this mythical fairy creature. Horns had been cut off, shaven down by some local hunters who appeared to have been using their horns for some sort of, let's say, unscrupulous magic. On top of that, you also encountered a wood elf of the bulwark who was appreciative of your assistance and allowed passage, promising to both protect the satyr and pass along the good word about the Kappleberry Caravan. Once arriving in the city, you finally made it to the West End, a reasonable and quite diverse portion of the actual city. You encountered a few different folks there, trying to make your way over towards Sophia Rolemnon's home. Unfortunately, she had been called away by the lords above them that, unfortunately, the Volcar were required for some sort of new information. Moving on from there, we actually had a little moment here with Laurentius Thorne as he met his uncle finally after many years and also learned of his uncle had seen his mother much more recently than he had. The party then made their way to the Daring Duelist, a fine establishment famous for a long table where individuals would duel to show who was the superior warrior. Confident in her abilities, Ililie decided to have a demonstration alongside our dear Silas the Loxodon. Well, the battle was quite close. Inevitably, the Loxodon did crash upon the wooden floors of the Daring Duelist, and the recently dubbed Mad Magus actually managed to claim victory. As such, in a few days, you'll have an official match. If you roll, hypothetically speaking, because you rolled quite well, you may even be matched up with a more powerful opponent than initially was expected of you.
Pressure's on.
Finally, the party, having watched Ililie fight and defeat Silas in single combat of a balancing act, made their way down towards the weeds, over in the docks more specifically. There, they encountered a strange sight. What appears to be the second murder by this painter that you've been tracking down. Possibly the same figure who killed Oswald Kappleberry. When you arrived, Ismene, using her flock of familiars, actually sent them to scout, and poor Hoot was the one to witness the scene where many different stony figures surrounded a singular slain individual. Upon seeing this, Ismene, you and Hoot failed a wisdom saving throw just near the end here, and Hoot, poof, burst into a cloud of spectral feathers. You now stand in the docks just south of the weeds. The area is relatively calm in front of this large, it's a 3-story structure made of stone. That's where we're going to start our session. You're in an alleyway just off to the side. You're not currently visible to the front entrance nor to whatever the rear side of this is.
So the alarms are going off in my head.
The alarm bells are still ringing from back at the Daring Duelist.
I set the ones in our room and you set their room.
Yes.
Okay.
In our room.
I thought you just both spent time doing that. I was not aware.
Yeah.
One's in one room, one's in the other.
I have to roll a die now.
Okay.
Do or die.
We probably should do it his way instead in the future. So that if one of us gets knocked unconscious, the other person gets the alarms.
Well, you spent an hour doing it.
Right, that's true.
And it would have taken 20 minutes if you did it only separate, 40 minutes if you did it both together.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's true.
Door procedure, for future reference, when time permits, are you doubling up?
I think we should double up in the future. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll let us double
I do apologize. Yes, because truth be told, only Amanda would have been aware of it if she did this. And you would, I'm gonna go ahead and for ease of use, it is the men's room that the boys' room had the notification coming off.
That's where we store
Where the mithril
and
was?
Yosef.
But I failed my...
You did. I promised you a dice roll, didn't I?
Joseph was in the room? Joseph was in the room.
Probably.
Ismene,
Could have been him walking out the room.
as you're here, standing, still holding on to Ililie because you were watching through Hoot's eyes, you see the painting, however briefly. You begin to make out that they're the various figures. It mirrors once more the scene around it, but as it does, you swear for a moment, as you're looking through the spectral owl's eyes, you see the woman hanging neck deep in the ceiling begin to sway. A feeling of dread rocks over your body. You take 7 points of psychic damage. As Hoot explodes, Ismene, you find yourself with vision once more after a few moments.
Is it the same pool from like the last painting, or is this...
You're not physically close to it, and this was very much the trail end. You can make an Arcana check, but I'll let you know it's a little bit difficult if you want to do a little bit of analysis of the magical effect here.
Right.
Because you didn't have the ability to actively study it.
21?
With a 21, well, you are immediately fairly confident this is the same classification of magic. This feels like a similar magical painting. It definitely feels like we're on the right track. There is something distinct. It appears that this is not going to be an identical magical effect.
Okay.
Are you good?
There's another painting. And there's alarms.
Additionally, as a reminder, the doors to that apartment you peered into, however briefly, were chained shut.
Is Gwynwyn also hearing the alarms, or is it just this meeting?
I mean, the both of you. My point was, before, not knowing that you did A, B would have been retconned because you wouldn't have heard it.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. There are alarms?
Do we split up?
I don't think we
no.
split.
It's just Yosef there, but we can't leave the painting.
It's been here for days.
I think we get the guards for this because we don't want to be accused of whatever's going on.
Yeah, but like
No, they know about it.
But what guards? They haven't done anything. They're not around.
It's been there for days. We heard about it from guards.
They're leaving. They
You
left
heard about it from a reporter who mentioned the guards talking about it. This happened, roughly a week ago.
So we go back.
We go back.
And we come back?
What else did you see in the room other than the painting?
Chained doors, statues, the body
How heavily chained was the doors?
chained.
Taking a look.
That's fair.
I'm not
Kinda-
like a chirp up there.
Upon asking that question, you are kind of recall thinking about what you saw, however briefly. Something was strange about the chains. It wasn't a simple small latch. There were these large chains, kind of rolling over that 21 Arcana. Something was off about the protections on the door, the actual chains that were cross-barred in front of it. It certainly was not a normal thing to have in an apartment, but something's very particularly weird, possibly even magically strange about the door itself.
Okay.
Was there anything in the room besides the painting?
Statues, the body. Lots of-
Statues and a body.
I think
They
if
left the body there?
Yes.
They did last time too.
Yeah.
No, I meant the
Okay.
there's any decaying on the body, if it's been there for a week, it should be very decayed.
It wasn't time to make like a full medical analysis.
I saw the chained door, body, statues, painting.
So we
Do we
come
go
back?
back?
I agree with his
That's-
meaning. I think we come back. It's not going anywhere.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
It's
if
been a
the
week.
doors have changed like that. There's
Yeah.
not a guarantee we get in tonight anyways.
If we
Yeah.
come
The
back
alarm
and
is
it's
now.
gone though.
It's been a week.
We'll
Let's
worry
go.
about that tomorrow.
Sure.
Your DM would be a real stinker to do that.
Should I run ahead?
Yeah, just run.
Could
I
you
actually
send
can't
one
cast any
scepter?
spells, but I can
I
boost.
can cast Expeditious Retreat on you.
It's a self spell, I thought.
Is that a self spell?
I thought it was ranged touch, but go ahead and check. It should be there. It should be a
Range self.
range self.
Yep.
That's why I didn't learn it, because I couldn't cast it on Lily.
I
Fair.
can't. I can't cast it on. I am out of spell slots.
Yeah.
But I can make myself be able to dash as a bonus action, or disengage as a bonus action. Never mind. I can't make myself faster.
Let's just run.
Correct. You are just
Let's run.
fast. However, as a quick reminder, you are simply faster than the party.
Yeah. Should I run ahead?
Run.
Make sure you. Okay. I start dashing.
Okay.
I send my birds with her.
Ooh, their
Chirp
range.
and soot.
There is your. Go ahead and make sure you know the visual range if you want to be doing
Oh.
that.
Is it like
I love
Okay.
this
a
Expeditious
mile.
Retreat on myself.
A mile for chirp.
Because you are just shy of a mile from the Daring Duelist.
You'll be a little bit behind me because you're 25, right?
I was about to run a 6-minute mile.
Right. I was thinking about that the other day.
Something I cannot do.
So I know that Flock of Familiars is different than regular Find Familiar.
No, I believe they are functionally identical except on how they're created and.
The distance is
gosh.
different because the
Oh,
distance
is
of
it
Flock of Familiars is the distance of a mile, and I don't think that just Find Familiar.
Like I said, just go ahead and pull up the spell information in the book while we're going there. Elle, you begin rushing, heading further back.
100 feet for Find Familiar.
100 feet for Find Familiar. That's just for because their vision and their existence are two separate values in it. You begin sprinting off. Those alarm bells. Now, do the alarm bells continue until you? Is it just while someone's occupying them? I believe it's just an alarm that happens, and by now they stopped ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you just
Can
want to
I-
make us really creeped out. And keep ringing
I
the
want to
bells.
dash as well, but I'm not heading straight up to the apartment. I want to go around to the back of the building.
We're going to.
They're going to the
begin-
Daring Duelist.
Yeah, to
He's
the
going
back
to the
of
back
the,
of the building.
the
Oh.
Daring Duelist.
That's quite.
I'm not going to go
clever.
straight to the actual
Okay. I'm gonna make a couple quick rolls. You guys always do fun things. I'm very, very pleased.
The slow elephant.
You're fast. You're pretty
Faster
fast.
than her. And
Not if you assuming you're casting Expeditious Retreat.
I'm trying to count how fast you can go.
Well,
75 feet, right?
And it's a bonus action, so
You can dash.
25.
Oh, so you can do 100 feet.
This is the fun part here.
She's 25, not 30.
Dash. Because she can dash as a bonus action.
And it adds your speed twice. So you're
Yeah.
75 feet.
Yeah, so Flock of Familiars is a mile.
Great. So, as you all continue heading along the way, I'm going to ask the party, for anyone who is trying to go as absolutely blazing fast as they physically can, to make me an athletics check.
Now, I'm not going blazing fast, but when
wanna
we
make sure
first
you
came
have
here, there was a comment about smoke, like a fire around us somewhere.
There were, in this actual structure, there is a chimney, and the chimney itself does have smoke pouring out. It's actually
doesn't
off
look
to
like
the
a house on
side.
fire.
No.
Okay.
It does not appear, from what you saw, well, there is something that certainly seems bad. Does not appear to be an urgent situation. It appears that things have been left here, though for why you have yet to discover.
Changes my plans, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn another arcane point
Okay.
to make sure I'm ignoring difficult terrain and can effectively disengage as I move as well.
That's actually pretty fantastic here.
I'm
Okay.
gonna mark that off. So
The athletics check
Gwynwyn's heels are tripping her up because she rolled an 8.
rolled an 8. Okay.
this is 1 inch heels.
Those heels.
They'll really get you.
And for you?
And 18.
And did you roll as well for this, or you? All right. So the
I'm a
three of you are
wizard.
going to be arriving just a little. I'll let you know. It's about a minute later. It's not significant, except in terms of battle time. So depending on what's going on, basically we've got two groups.
Yosef's not
You're
dead.
If we were in initiative, it's a slight. That's pretty significant.
Silas, carry me so I can
No,
help.
literally, I'm not. I love you to death. You're a rich girl in a like bad neighborhood.
I was gonna say so that I can help Elle and Gwynwyn through Chirp.
I'm gonna pick her.
Okay, so what everyone would see, kind of watching, is
I'm being kidnapped by an elephant man.
Earl Bailey has
No, right.
kidnapped.
Elle, you are going to arrive first. The party begins sprinting through.
Sure.
Gwynwyn, you're having a little bit of trouble because even though it's nighttime, you're currently passing through the docks at first. The docks have workers at all hours, and even once you eventually hit the weeds, and at this point you have to start being careful. There are actively people that are seeing a lone woman running in the night. You hear people start catcalling, people start approaching, and you're sprinting through, armed, dangerous, and ready to fire, making your way
That's
through.
first.
Elle, fish, you're just, wow.
No!
Sick burns tonight. Gosh.
It's okay.
Oh, hey Haven, welcome.
Hey!
If you haven't checked them out, Haven RPG, check them out. They make some really cool stuff.
Thanks, Andy.
Sorry.
No longer from.
But so, Elle, though Gwynwyn's kind of getting slowed down, you've got these brief moments where you're recalling an alleyway, turning, making a small shortcut. Your friend's able to start following. As you begin getting further and further and further, eventually you return to Pirewood Row. And off in the distance, you see it. The Daring Duelist. Not on fire, not currently under attack by the orcish hordes, and certainly filled with the sounds of merriment and cheering and drunken revelry. As you burst through the... Are you ready to... Are you still coming
I
through?
burst in. I'm sweaty.
You buzz through the door while it's still closed, and you see, not an unsurprising sight, you see people dancing, singing. There's not someone fighting at this exact moment. It appears that it's a little too late for that. People have already drank a little bit too much. There's a couple of folks fighting and wrestling in the corner. You see the staircase. You want to be heading up, or are you waiting for the rest of the party to get here?
I'm heading
when
up.
When you're here in like 30 seconds.
I'm very worried that Yosef is dead. I don't know what's happening. There's a lot of mithril in there.
Okay.
I'm dashing right up. I'm very rude about it. I definitely go okay, and I dart up the stairs.
All right. As you begin sprinting up the stairs, Gwynwyn, you just let me know when you're popping in here.
Okay.
You see girls' door closed. Boys' door, it's open, and you hear, now that you kind of got above the din of the revelry downstairs, as you kind of burst through, you hear the sounds of someone's cursing under their breath, and the sounds of what sounds to be maybe wrestling or fighting, some sort of physical altercations happening in the boys' room right now.
Sword out. Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna ask everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, this is better than I thought it was.
Chirp is gonna be with.
Yes, I will let you know mechanically how this is happening. First round,
Same.
and this is, I'm kind of extending rounds a little bit. Round 1, round 2, round 3.
Great.
Narratively, there's gonna be a couple things gonna happen. Elle, were you being subtle, or are you full sprinting in?
full
Okay,
sprinting.
I'm just gonna quickly verify something. Just beating a 10. I do. Great. There's not a surprise round here. The sound of you readying your blade, leaping into the room. Elle, as you round the corner into this, it's a decent-sized angled room. You see a couple things. First, the door, which is open, you see has a crossbow bolt planted in it. And there's a second crossbow bolt in an unconscious bandit on the ground. You see, having been wrestled down onto one of the cots that had been brought up here, Yosef, there's a much burlier man on top of him who's like got him pinned under one arm, dagger in the other hand.
Hands off our car driver.
I'm glad to see you.
You'll live to fish another day.
Elle, I need to know your initiative.
It's a 10.
Your dexterity is better than a +1.
It's +4.
You go before the bandit.
Yay.
And for now, you all, I know you have initiatives. You'll let me know on your rounds.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll get help from Chirp.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm looking through Chirp's eyes.
Chirp flies forwards. Elle, this is the start of your turn. Chirp flies forward, begins like fluttering around.
He's an owl, so he's just gonna dive bomb.
Just a bunch of dive bombs. You see this big, angry cloaked man, knife in hand. He looks like a thug.
Okay. I know how to deal with this. I bonus action weapon burst with cold damage, which is.
Your blade becomes covered in a thick layer of frost.
That's it. I'm going to give you a few rounds to decide to handle this peacefully. But until then, I'm going to whack you with this, and I'm going to swing.
Amazing. You charge towards. It looks to be a human man with a sort of, it's like brown fading into almost like blonde tipped hair, thick beard. Go ahead and roll that.
I love rolling 3 dice for this, by the way.
You don't have
help
advantage.
action.
Oh, you have the help action. Perfect. Oh no.
Why I sent Chirp.
Fantastic.
That's going to be a 23.
23, strangely enough, in fact, hits the bandit. Additionally, I should mention, at least with your passive perception looking around the room, does not appear to be a third person here. There's one downed bandit, one bandit who's got Yosef.
Cool. That's going to be 13.
13
Do you
points
need
of
the
damage.
cold damage stuff?
I don't. This is a sort of regular dude. Now, as you strike down, he kind of pulls rolling out of the side in the cot. You strike through his cloak, and as you do, a little bit of crimson revealed underneath underneath the side. You see Yosef already kind of getting a couple of welts, and see this guy had been maybe hitting him with his fists, or perhaps there's another weapon around here.
Yeah.
But this guy just has a dagger in his other hand. He's got a turn standing up. He's not bloodied yet, but he is hurt. He definitely took all that damage.
So I'm going to stop and stay where I am. I'm in melee, but I'm actually going to take a few... Wait, disengaging is a bonus action, so I can't do that.
Can't do it
Let's
this
stay there,
round.
but I'll make sure I'm between him and the door.
Okay, I really like that.
Yeah.
On his turn, he kind of looks up, a bit surprised to see you. What's one more? And is going to go ahead and make a swing. Kind of looks at you for a moment, kind of watching your... He takes a brief moment, and you can see he watches your actual stance for a second.
Okay.
It's going to make one attack. That's not particularly good. That is a 12.
That's not going to hit. What is he... Is he swinging at me with the dagger?
It is, yeah, he's actually just swinging down. He goes pretty low. You
Okay.
catch what he's doing right beforehand, but very quickly you catch on because as you parry the dagger out of the way, this guy's not bad.
Okay.
He's not insane. Pretty talented dude.
Cool. Okay. Interested.
He is going to go ahead and take the attack of opportunity as he attempts to walk out. He's not disengaging or anything, so you do get to still hit him with that. Just a flat roll because you only get the help action for one attack.
Okay, cool. Ooh, that's a natty 1.
A natural 1. As you bring your blade down, unfortunately, you just hear the rip, and you take more of his cloak on. Cloak rip from the back. You can see he's wearing a little bit of leathers, but he's actually got layers and layers of actual cloth on, making him difficult to like fully catch his silhouette. But he begins coming back out into the hallway itself. As he turns around and we head over, you see Yosef takes a moment. He's kind of shell-shocked this first round, but on future rounds he acts at the bottom of the round. We'll move it to round 2 as Gwynwyn, having entered the tavern, begun your way up the stairs. There's a bloody man with a sword cut on his side and a dagger in hand.
Gwynwyn will shout out to Elle, everything okay?
Please come help whack. Don't kill him. Don't kill the guy.
Gwynwyn, no murder!
Help, but like not the murdery kind.
Gwynwyn, this person who's coming down, you get to, as you head up the stairs, and you're kind of at the top of the stairs, and you see coming down the hallway, leaving the room, is this man. So you're able to very clearly see what's going on here. What was your initiative, though?
15.
It's a 15, so you actually do go next, Gwynwyn.
Well, I love a firebolt. That have fire usually works.
Okay, absolutely.
26.
26. Let's see. That in fact hits.
Okay.
Wow. For 10 points of fire damage.
Did not kill him?
He is now almost bloodied.
Oh wow.
Nice.
This guy, like I said, it strikes against. You see, you catch a bit of the cloth here. He burns, kind of staggers back for a moment, grits his teeth, and starts kind of looking around. Gazing around at the end of the hallway, while there is a window, it is barred with iron bars, so doing so would be like more like an action, maybe even more, to get out. It doesn't look like he has a clean method of escape except going through you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here at the door and be like, no, you're not leaving.
Open staircase behind, so he'd have to like leap over you.
It's not too hard.
I have decent dexterity. We'll see.
Win-win. Locker of doors. You've done that twice now. It's a thing.
It is absolutely. Dwarves are thick. Like, they're just stocky. All right, we're going to move to Elle. Elle, this strange bandit, this thief, it appeared to be, maybe an assassin, has just fled the room. What would you like to do? Yosef, he's still on the bed. He kind of, like, sits up. He's certainly alive. I didn't like that very much.
I would imagine so.
He reaches, picks up his crossbow.
Where Gwynwyn is, can I get into where I have advantage? Can I flank?
Do you have a melee weapon out?
No, I
You
have.
don't.
So you can get into melee
But
and
I
be
have-
fully surrounding this guy.
Is Chirp continuing to help me?
That is a good point. I'm gonna ignore your. I'm just gonna assume that Chirp's acting on this until you roll initiative at the top of this next round, where you'll be starting on the lower level. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. You can have advantage from Chirp.
I don't want this guy to leave, so I'm going to do a thing.
I like a thing.
So I'm going to cast a spell as a bonus action and imbue it into my weapon, spending my
Okay.
last 2 arcane points for the night.
All right, utilizing spell combat. Absolutely.
If he was wearing metal, I would have advantage on this as well, but I don't believe he is, right?
So visually, it does not appear that he was wearing metal, but as you begin casting the spell, I'm gonna go ahead and say the kind of explain the fluff of it. When you use Shocking Grasp, you grasp your weapon, which now is covered in both ice and these sparks from the Shocking Grasp. As you do, you feel an almost magnetic draw. Well, you have advantage from the actual from the help action. I will let you know he is wearing metal under all of that.
Nice. I got it's my spell attack bonus.
What's wrong?
Waiting to see if people can hear Clella.
Oh,
Sorry.
Cool. Can you go ahead and test talk for me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't see anything in chat about it.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Can we we'll turn Chloe up just a little bit.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you so much, chat. Yeah, if you ever have trouble hearing us, please let us know. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so it's my spell attack bonus, believe, which makes it a 19.
A 19.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a reaction.
Okay.
You watch as you come up, the shrieking owl dive bombing him. Your blade pulled magnetically. Well, it does end up getting very close as you. He brings his dagger down to sort of parry and slow the blow, so it's not enough to cut through his flesh. You do hear chink as you cut deep through, and you see just a little bit of maybe it's chainmail, something shiny underneath all of this clothing.
Dang.
Sneaky.
It is just barely enough.
And it is my spell attack bonus, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So no, it'd be a melee attack because it's
It's
imbued.
20. I apologize.
If it is 20, then with parry, it exactly hits. Go ahead and roll that damage. So as you do, he kind of like smirks for a brief moment. You kind of look into this guy's shit-eating grin, and you just step on his foot, push forward, and the blade sinks in. Roll that damage.
I will say I really like rolling 3 different die.
Really fun.
At this point, the three of you are surrounding. You're coming through the. Who's going through the back?
Me.
You're going through the back. All of you are bursting in the lower level here.
16.
16 total points
Yeah.
of damage. This guy is quite hurt.
Cool. I am low on resources. And that's my turn.
All right, it is his turn again. From here, this guy is caught between an elf and a short place. And this man, he looks for a brief moment. There's all a bit of flavor. I'm going to go ahead and he's going to utilize the dash action. This is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. In his haste to get over you, I'm going to make a real quick acrobatics check as he heads up to the wall, presses off, and attempts to kind of kick off a Lillier to get over you.
Rude.
Very rude.
Parkour.
A miss. It's a 17.
A 17, that would be a miss if I used my reaction. I'm going to not use my reaction on this one.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that damage. He is trying to get out of here. You've now really quite hurt him.
This keeps rolling 4s. My D4.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Hey, save those good D4s. Magic Missile is a spell.
Yeah, it is.
It's a spell I have.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Maybe.
Do you want it?
No, I don't have it.
Well, you can always copy that in your free time.
11.
11 points of damage. Let me double check.
Is the press right?
10. So it's 13, 10, 16, and 11. He has 50 hit points.
I can't do math though.
That is exactly enough. As he kind of, you watch, he leaps off the wall, kicks L square in the chest, and starts backflipping over you as a blade strikes across his back. This is non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
So as it does, it kind of like knocks him off balance. So rather than the blade just like you just impaling him, he begins to fall, crush, 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 and begins falling about halfway down the stairs, probably falling about 6 or 8 feet, and just like he's unconscious mechanically, but you see he's like trying to stand up, staggering, kind of catching himself. But unfortunately for him, it appears the Kappleberry Caravan has him. At this point, you would actually see the rest of your friends beginning to enter. I do apologize. Elle, you kind of rolled rocks on that damage. Absolutely.
You're
I'm still feeling the adrenaline from the fight.
That was max damage on the firebolt as well, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of you rolled insane
Good standing
damage.
in front of the door, so we had to like try to leap over you.
Frame of reference: 50 points of hit points puts him somewhere around like Jared in terms of
Jared.
Jared. Jared.
Jared saw.
If he went to Jared, he's not friends with Clella. That's all it is.
Exactly. I'm anti
Jared, anti-Jared. The character. We have no opinions about the company, Jared.
We do accept
whatsoever.
sponsorships.
We do accept all sponsors. No, not all.
No.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and move out of initiative as you all begin pulling through here.
That was the first time I ever beat Elle on initiative. I was so excited.
Oh man, I wish we could let you save your initiative roll, but
Do you
unfortunately
want me to
we don't.
Do you want me to
No.
unwhack him?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Like I said though, he's at 0 HP exactly. So he's not under. He's staggering, stumbling, trying to go down. You guys are able to very easily walk to get like as he's trying to walk his way down the stairs, staggering and bumbling.
If Silas is there, Gwynwen will call out, be like, "Hey, can you grab him?"
I guess dirty blonde is the phrase I was looking for with brown and blonde mixed
Oh,
together.
yeah.
That's kind of the
He
phrase.
actually has really well done highlights.
Because I kind of described it almost like frosted tips, which was not the intention. Ew, frosted tips on a goatee.
No.
I love that.
He has
Oh,
a foliage.
no.
He has a
We have a
foliage.
new goal.
You know what? I'm gonna take a note from someone else and we'll cast him. It's Justin Timberlake. It's jacked Justin Timberlake.
I was thinking that this could be like a goal, like 50 subs, and you get a frosted tip beard.
If you want me to have a beard, it's gonna be a lot more than 50 subs.
Okay.
75 subs.
We'll figure it out eventually. One day. Or just
Jake,
for
you
fun.
look so scared. We're only making Matthew do it.
That's fine, but frosted
100
tips on a beard?
100
You want
sucks
to
for
see me
you,
fail to
Jake.
connect this to this? Because I'll show you.
I feel you.
You're next.
No.
We
I
go
can
down the
barely
line
grow a
as
beard
for
as
sub
it is.
goals.
Haven has an excellent point. New gnome character
It's
goals.
her.
Frosted tips on that.
Yes.
Amanda, when you die, will you play a frosted tipped goateed gnome?
You
Cool, you heard it here
would.
first. But as you do, he doesn't get to the bottom of the stairs, kind of looks like he gets barely to the bottom of the stairs, sees the rest of the party, and is fully, boom, out.
Hey,
According to Chirp, there's another one upstairs.
there is. Joseph did a very good job, and he deserves.
I have a healing potion for him.
Is there only another one?
Are you okay,
Just one
Yosef?
more?
Do you need help
Oh.
healing?
As you kind of pop back around the room, he like, shoots and hits the girl's door.
Whoa.
Watch what you point that at.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you
no,
did
good
excellent.
job, good
Thank
job.
you.
All right.
Thank you for defending our stuff.
And protecting your life. Do you need a healing potion?
And
You
protecting your life.
Question: are you offering him the elixir effect that you
Yes.
have? Okay, so he has a brief moment. It's like, we don't need to. That's too expensive. I can.
No.
But like, kind of explaining that it's something you can do. Oh, that'd be real nice. It kind of takes this. What do your special elixirs look like? What do you serve them in? Tell me about the accoutrement.
So it looks like it's a red healing potion. Think like Legend of Zelda, like red healing potion.
Oh
with a
yeah.
round bottom
Do you have
like that.
is it a huge drink?
Yeah, it's a huge swig that you take.
Flavor-
So
Why?
canonically,
Yeah, what's the flavor?
these are bonus actions. Canonically, that means everyone can chug in the party.
Yeah, shotgun a
Is it
healing
like
potion.
5 ounces? Like quite a.
Okay.
It comes with a key.
Is it bigger than this sports drink?
It's probably about that, but it's like very round at the bottom.
I couldn't drink that in 6 seconds.
You have to
Oh,
place me.
remind me to smear off ice.
You all are always confused by
Drink
the
it less than 6
strange.
seconds as a bonus.
It's even less viscous than water. It's very much like that quicksilver liquid you found before, where you're able to chug it. It's disconcerting, possibly tastes very foul, knowing you.
In the future,
But-
we might need to look into
Flavor.
it.
It tastes good. It tastes like cranberry.
No, it does
Oh, yes. Canonical cranberry healing potions are my jam.
The healing one tastes like cranberry. The rest of them taste bad, but the healing one tastes like cranberry.
You've mimicked
yeah.
the flavor of a regular.
I'm now
Oh,
Sorry.
perfect.
I celebrated.
I'm
For the note-
convinced that it tastes good, though.
So
I'll celebrate
you're
this way.
kind of looking over. It does not appear that Yosef actually got successfully stabbed. It looked like this person had been beating him. Assuming you actually see Akta, the woman who was working the bar earlier, kind of looks over you confusedly. You have him. Are you just gonna wave at her?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him by the legs and just start dragging him up the stairs.
Like knocking his head on the stairs. She kind of seems confused, but this is just the kind of thing that happens.
I feel like I have to explain myself.
Do you want to go down there? I'll tie him up.
Yeah, I'll go.
Take the part.
I'll go explain. I'll go explain what happened.
You take a little while.
I can explain that we have magical wards on our doors, noisy and quiet ones. Let us know.
She does mention she doesn't recognize the folks, but they looked like they looked like someone she was watching to see if they were picking pockets here in her bar.
Yeah.
When they went upstairs, she assumed that they were just going to go speak with someone who's already staying upstairs.
Yeah, I just basically explained to her, hey, like they beat up our friend, and that's why we had put some alarms on our doors, just to know if.
Oh, this bar, this tavern, this inn has a very explicit ass kicking policy.
Awesome.
They're not. Now, if you killed people, she'd lose her mind. That was explicitly told to you.
You're not allowed to kill
Don't
people.
kill people in my establishment.
Yeah.
The
But-
guards will come.
Right, but we beat him up.
Beat him up.
The other guy's alive too. The also
Going
didn't
to
kill the
check on
other
him.
guy. I'm not there.
The other person is alive.
Unconscious.
Does have a crossbow bolt going through his left shoulder. Unfortunately, it's. If any of you trying to remove it,
Yes, I'm a medicine check.
make a medicine check for me.
Yeah, I don't think you want to.
You definitely would want to figure.
Can I
I
wrap?
want to ask.
Yes, the medicine check is to determine how he handles this. Is a
I
question.
wanted to ask Yosef,
Too much
like,
fun.
did they ask you any questions? Were they demanding
He might
anything?
not kill him.
Oh,
Probably actually pretty decent.
I actually saw them a bit earlier. I didn't think to say anything about it. When I was unloading with Silas, they were standing outside. I thought they were brushing. They worked at the stables because one of them was brushing their horse. But, well, once you all left, there was a knock on the door, and I thought, well, maybe Silas forgot something. But it was
He is forgetful.
that one that Elle chased off. He had some real choice words. Was asking about the mithril.
So the
He saw our mithril, huh?
You carried the barrel in public.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is Squawks or Tweet still up here with us?
Chirp.
Chirp.
Chirp is with you.
Yep.
Squawk is with me.
You cast probably 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
15 minutes ago.
I can talk to you through the bird, right?
You're all here, too.
Oh, I thought she was talking to the bartender.
I'm downstairs with the bartender, just kind of like saying like, hey, I just wanted to explain why this is happening, and I let her know that in the future we'll do noisy alarms and mental alarms as well
Talking to the bird.
to deter people because we have gear.
The cart. The cart, you unloaded anything that was actually valuable?
Well,
was
I
here?
want to check the horses because they're my babies.
Merlin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What was that medicine check that I need to
Rida.
know?
17.
With a 17,
Rada.
you are able to eventually figure this out. But as you begin pulling, you begin feeling it. You do feel the bolt is lodged in a bone. It went actually feeling back. It's lodged in his shoulder blade.
Okay.
This guy. Now you can certainly. It was a good hit. It was a reasonable hit. It was an 18 on the die. For those of you who were
push it
curious.
through.
Nice.
I ran the fight.
Of course you did.
Well, okay.
Sorry.
Called out.
Complimentary, of course you did.
Like Dungeons and Dragons
Well,
with
This
yourself.
week on footnotes, Connor, go ahead and remind me. We can talk about what would have happened if you hadn't showed up.
Yosef would be.
Alternate timelines.
Yosef is dead. That's all I know.
That's the multiverse theory. No,
Yeah. No, I know.
but
I've been there.
you were able to actually break the bolt and so to pull it out two ends.
Yeah.
But this person's going to have a hard time with that arm for a while. Without magical healing, this guy's going to probably have a really bad shoulder now.
And that's why you don't break into people's rooms.
Okay.
Or they'll shoot you with the crossbow.
Or just
Exactly.
do it when they're not there.
I'm going to
Well,
take
we weren't
2
here.
minutes to tie the
Yosef was, though.
punchy bandit to the window.
Yeah, you want to. And I actually
Radiator?
mentioned last time there were actually an extra set of iron bars on the inside. You want to actually.
Yeah, tie
He's
him
mounted. He'd have to be really strong to actually break out of this.
up. Do you want to search him while I take this one to
Sure.
the guards and hopefully a doctor?
Sure.
I'm going to start carrying this guy downstairs on my
So you're,
back.
so you're taking the one who was already unconscious?
And injured.
Taking
With
him to the guards?
arrow in his bone. Yeah.
Okay, I
and
like
a doctor,
that.
hopefully. Like, I don't
Silas?
think the guards would have a doctor.
You make me feel like a bad person. So I'm going to say this. Don't pay for his doctor visit. Let him use his own health insurance.
Do bandits?
I want to.
If he doesn't,
That's on him.
he tried to rob us. I'm going to remind you because you have a tendency to do overly nice things to people who may not deserve it.
He tried to kill Yosef.
He tried to kill Yosef, who was our very good friend who just wants to fish with you.
It's fair.
I don't know if he was going to kill me.
He would have, and he would have never been able to fish with us.
Do not
Oh, I do
say
want
that
to go
to
fishing.
Yosef.
We all want to go fishing.
I'm sorry.
No, not you. Not you, Yosef. For Elle and me. We're just gonna let
Are
this
you
play
teaching
out.
manners?
Yeah, we're gonna let this play out now.
He did like.
Don't tell people they're gonna get murdered.
I just want to get this guy a damn doctor. He got an arrow in his
you
arm.
told people they're going to
Don't
be
be
murdered,
overly
even
nice.
if you're bluffing?
I wrapped his
Lying
arm
makes
and
it
then
worse.
I'm walking out the door.
Sure. I will let you know because
Manners.
of your background feature. I'm not even gonna make you roll. You're able to go over and find a guardhouse. We'll talk about that in just a minute here.
I want to follow Silas out and then just kind of like survey the outside and see if there are any buddies like watching from a distance or anything like that.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna offer you. Two things. You can do one of these, and Silas, you can also do one of these if you'd like to. You can just make a raw perception check, and I'll let you know what you see, kind of vaguely, as you step out of the Daring Duelist here. It's late o'clock. It's very much nighttime at this point. Additionally, you alternatively could make an investigation check. Now, I know investigation's harder for you, especially, but this would be very specifically looking for people who were clearly watching the Daring Duelist.
I'm more looking for people noticing or maybe reacting to the person that Silas is carrying out.
Ooh, I'm gonna give you a third option for a clever one: insight.
Okay, I'll do insight.
And again, both of you may make one of those rolls.
I'll shoot for perception. Elephants are historically
Sure.
perceptive.
Okay, you do have what big ears you have.
24.
24.
Is that a natural 20?
It is
A natural 20?
I should say that out loud, apparently.
Yeah.
My bad.
I got a 7.
Everybody wants to celebrate.
Well, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is, glancing around, you don't catch anyone out here that seems particularly interested. You actually take a moment, you catch a few places that are like angles with alleys, and you're able to kind of walk around, take a couple quick peeks. If there were people, by now they're gone. you don't really see anything, at least on the surface, that would indicate anything going on. That was the bad news. The good news is there is something that appears to be out here. There is a beautiful, shiny, black horse. It has a simple saddle on it. Specifically, it is a riding horse. It appears to be quite healthy and relatively unattended. It is near, as Yosef described to you before, the stables of the Daring Duelist, but is not actually hitched up to the local hitchings or actually within the stables itself. Just an unattended riding horse.
And no one's going near it. No one's trying to.
No, it's late. No one's really out here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that is something that you would notice as a bit odd.
Yeah.
It's not checked in. It's not at the stables.
I'm gonna whistle at him, just see if he like. Because I've got something on my back still.
At who?
Do I still have that person on my back, or did I already drop them off with the guards?
Who are you
It's a,
whistling at?
You. Sorry.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
this is you. This is you've been outside for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I've got the guard. I'm trying to point.
You're going to
the person
leave
at
for
him.
half an hour if you're doing. What
Yeah,
you're doing.
I'm
So-
fine with that.
Right.
I'll go up to the horse and kind of like look at the saddle or see if there's any markings on it, anything like that.
Sure. Kind of looking this over because I just had you do investigation, right? Or that was one of your options.
It was
You did-
insight.
You did insight.
Yeah.
Kind of looking over very briefly. This is pretty nice. This horse is very muscular. It is a big horse. It's not quite a war horse, something you'd see like a fully armored knight riding, but this is a strong but still looks quite swift steed. The saddle is worn as if having been used quite a bit, but looking at it closely, one thing I will note is that the saddle itself is slightly longer on the horse, so longer parallel to the spine. It's very quickly apparent the saddle is intended to allow for up to 2 riders.
That's a strong horse.
Can I take
It is a strong horse.
We can
Can I
get a
take
bigger
the,
cart.
the reins and just kind of lead it toward the stables?
The horse, no animal check, very much listens. You just take a few steps. It is a trained riding horse.
We should
Sweet.
beat people up more often if we get horses out of it.
And steal their horses, yeah.
Silas turns a new
Are we
leaf.
horse thieves
Does
now?
the horse have
No.
saddlebags?
If the horse
The horse
comes
does not
willingly,
have. There are no indication that this has it has the ability to transport stuff at the moment.
Okay.
It is saddles and saddle reins. That's it.
Before I drop him off, can I retcon something?
Sure. What's up?
Can I search his pockets?
The whole party's gonna be doing that. That's gonna take a little while.
Oh,
The person you have here.
Yeah.
Are you doing that after leaving?
Yeah, after leaving. I should have done it earlier.
Yeah,
but-
so this person here, the one you're carrying, the injured man, is quite light. He is probably about 5 foot tall. Pretty narrow, slight figure. You do find on him a collection of throwing knives. These knives don't appear to be very effective for actually using in your hands. You additionally would find a coin purse with 20 gold pieces. You chose to do it away from the party.
I'm not touching it is the problem.
Yeah, I know. Jake is the thief.
No, I know I'm gonna get glared at for somebody for not getting 20 gold pieces.
I need money.
Gwynwyn needs money. You know
Wizards
Do I see any,
and
like-
artificers are expensive.
This. You know Gwynwyn needs money.
It's okay. We're not there. We can't say anything.
What's up?
We can just glare at Jake.
This money goes to the city. That means it's going to the people in an indirect way. I am not gonna touch it.
Okay.
Trusting.
You asked if you were seeing something in particular.
I wanted to see if he had any paper on him, something that might be a note or any kind of instructions.
Give me an investigation check. I don't typically have you roll for the basic. I flip out his pockets,
Yeah.
quickly check his neck. Like if someone's that other person is quite strange what he's wearing.
4.
4? Kind of looking around, it doesn't seem like he has much. You do find things like you find a trail ration. You find a couple more coppers that were stashed. You find an actual a normal dagger that was been hidden in one of his boots, but nothing of interest.
Okay. Yeah. Well, time to drop him off.
Flavor items, if you will.
Fair.
Okay. back at the Daring Duelist, once Silas is heading off, and are you heading back in once tying up the horse?
Yeah, I'll check the horse in to where we have our cart and all that, and then
Horse immediately.
join everyone.
This horse is well trained. You've interacted with a lot of horses that were just kind of with travelers. Those horses tend to be just meh. This horse seems very well trained. You'll want to take a look at that later if you're going to continue interacting with the horse. Back in the Daring Duelist, you have this man still unconscious. He'll be unconscious for you know what? I'll even just tell you. For 4 more hours without magical healing. So he'd be asleep until morning actually a couple more hours before morning.
Gwendolyn wants to check his pockets, see what everything he has on it. See if he managed to grab anything from us as well.
Sure.
Bring him
I
out.
want to check over the inventory.
Are we just gonna? As you kind of look at him, he has layers upon layers of. Looks like he's wearing he's got a small. It's not quite a gambeson. He's got a small jacket over the lower level. I'll go outwards from inwards. Travel cloak. Mm-hmm. There's an undercloak. There is a loose-fitting shirt, a coat, and underneath that is a very fine set of polished steel chainmail.
Is it get hot under there?
If I've learned anything about people who live in Elts, is that they love being part of orgs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet even thieves have guilds. Does he have some sort of coinage, any sort of mark of a guild membership on him?
The pin.
Give
Any sort
me
of
an
hint?
investigation check.
Sure.
As looking over just his attire briefly does not give you any information in that way.
Of course you would want to tug away, I'm a member of the Thieves Guild, TM.
Especially
But,
tattooed on his ass.
investigation.
I do apologize. It is a chain shirt, not chain mail.
15.
With a 15, you begin looking over, you spend a little bit of time kind of looking over things. While he's sitting here, having removed most of the cloaks that are going on here, is just this, he just appears kind of like a guy. It is until you notice, on one of his arms, you see a number of these black and what looks to be dark red tattoos kind of crisscrossing from elbow to wrist.
Okay.
But one motif is quite common. Some sort of cobra or snake. You're not necessarily sure on first glance, but there is a black and red serpent on his arm. It does appear to be some sort of iconography.
Cool. It's not the one I'm looking for, which is fine. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for where did I write it? It's a curved black, a black-handled dagger that's like curved with a golden badge, and it has a crystallized staff on it. Something like that. My notes are not good.
Would that chain
You merge two things. We'll talk about it at the break.
It's fine.
Would that chain shirt fit Gwendolyn? Can she steal this guy's shirt and wear
We can
it?
tailor it.
So, do you want to take off his chain shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You
nice.
begin, you go ahead and you remove the chain shirt. A chain shirt, for those of you who may not know, armor-wise, what's going on here, it is quite literally what it says it says it is on the tin. It is a series of these tight interwoven rings. There are not additional forms of padding, so typically it's worn both with some sort of shirt underneath and some sort of coat over or on top. As you begin kind of looking at this and think about trying it on, you want to just,
Yeah.
as you begin tossing it on, it begins resizing itself. It is a magic chain shirt of some sort.
Gwendolyn's very happy right now.
It is a solid piece of armor right here.
Is it try to rob us and we rob you time?
Yep.
We got a
Oh,
horse, we got a
100%.
magic chain shirt, we got throwing knives that I didn't tell the party I'm taking home with
Pretty
me.
happy about the horse, actually.
No, the horse is
Did
amazing.
you name
Really
the
happy
horse?
about this chain shirt.
No,
Are you going to identify the
I
armor?
haven't got
Yes.
to know
It
it
is
yet.
it is a +1 chain shirt.
Susan.
Mechanically speaking, just for the quick note there, a chain shirt is normally 13 plus dex with a maximum of 2. This is 14 plus dex with a maximum of 2. Do you have so I'm not sure who this would be best on in our current party. It is, yes, Mechanically speaking, it is roughly equivalent to a breastplate.
Damn.
Does it still give disadvantage?
It
on
does not.
Okay.
It is so scale mail is the 14 with disadvantage.
No.
All the ones that are 13 plus dex are not at disadvantage.
Okay.
So yes, mechanically, Connor did point out correctly. This is actually not as it's equivalent to a breastplate
Nice.
mechanically.
That's really
But hey, breastplates are hundreds of gold.
Yeah. And it's magic, so.
This is magical.
You gonna wear it?
One's gonna keep wearing it. Yeah.
Nice. It looks good on you. It looks great.
Very form-fitting.
Fits you perfect, yeah.
I wouldn't say that, but
Oh no, fantasy armor! But yeah, you actually are able to, because you wear typically your lab, sort of like an undersleeve thing. You go ahead and take some time. You remove some of the outer portions of your armor and are able to just slide on this chain shirt. Now it doesn't stack, but you are able to still wear that with what you had previously, and this mechanically would be. So what does that make your new armor class, by the way?
It stays the same then.
Okay,
It's
you
gonna
were
be-
wearing scale mail.
Yeah, so it's wearing scale.
You
But you don't have
no longer have
disadvantage.
disadvantage on
Yeah.
stealth. Excellent.
Nice.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How much is a glass of wine at this bar?
Does it have to be nice?
No.
3 copper pieces.
I give her a silver.
Silver piece. She'll throw you a bottle. She'll bring you a bottle of.
Great.
This is
I'm at the
crap,
bar
but-
drinking while you guys deal with this for now.
At the cart.
At the bar.
Oh, the bar.
I was hanging out with the
I wanna
bartender.
go-
drinking
bar.
my wine.
Yeah.
What would L's AAC have been?
The same.
Oh.
Because I have a +4 to Dex, and since it's a max of +2, it's not
The max.
advantageous for me to take something that limits. But I have an AC of 16 currently.
Dexterity of 14 is when you see that Dex 14, medium armor. That's the goal.
And I am a wizard.
You got that mage armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that mage armor's good.
Marmor.
I used to literally just use pen to mark out the spell slot.
Well, because I've been with Arcane Recovery, if I haven't spent my spell slots, I get my spell slot that I spent on mage armor back.
Yeah.
So I'm using pencil.
Makes sense.
Okay.
For now.
This person is quite clearly unconscious, and I said 4 hours before. Realistically, he's quite hurt. Took that beating. He's tied up.
I have a vote. Tie him up real good. Sleep. Ow.
I'm not here to vote.
Stab
I
yourself in
just
the
stabbed
face.
myself. Yes,
I'm
I
pretty
misjudged
Roll,
what
you
my
take 1
fingers
point
are.
of damage.
Just these two.
Maybe we
I'm
should.
gonna go
Just
home. I'm leaving.
This guy's been out for a while. He's not unconscious.
He's sleeping.
in a coma.
Yeah.
He needs to be healed.
No, so
I don't think he
I know.
has the.
I'm
We're
kidding.
not Matt Murdocking him. He's fine.
The flute of healing somebody.
we do have.
I can
yes.
cast healing word.
Can we
yeah.
just stabilize him?
No, he is
He's
stable.
stable.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's not dying.
You guys are certain neither of these people are going to die, and this person actually, he's much more hurt than his friend was. His friend is probably going to have a permanent injury there, but he wasn't. But it was just in one place. Elle and Gwynwyn messed this guy up. He's got a big burn in actually right here at the neckline, just above where the chainmail armor was.
You give him cryotherapy.
Actually,
No.
he has a
Therapy.
weird
he's
set
gonna-
of ringlets
gonna
on his chest with that firebolt hit.
He's gonna need skin graft now.
Oh no!
Not. It wasn't me.
We can't
Yeah.
afford to pay for his healthcare. The premiums are insane.
Not for a skin graft.
Yes.
You
So-
gave him cryotherapy.
Oh,
but
bye,
slap-
Haven.
Later.
Bye. We tie him up. Technically, we could turn him into the guard before we go to sleep.
But we should probably find out why.
We should probably ask him questions.
Why don't we just tie him up at the front with like a note pinned to his chest?
Dude,
I
Spider-Man.
love doing that.
By a mile away, Silas hears the word guard from another room. Let's take him.
I've got
Okay, yeah,
wine,
we
I'm
could take
busy.
him. We'll have Silas take him. He likes dropping people off.
Yeah, we'll have him take him. We'll have him take him in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet we
Oh.
tie him up, gag him, and then let's just go.
Have
I
a
do
glass of wine,
apologize.
then go to
You
sleep.
want the rest of the stuff that's on him.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
There is also a medium potion of healing. That's the 44 plus 4. It's greater is the word for it.
Okay. Do you want to go
Oh.
and just distribute that?
Yes, so we're going to set who's going to take the greater potion of healing? I know he left, but he's also a vote on the table.
Wizard.
Me?
Wizard.
I don't have enough health for that, but
I already have a potion of healing. 4d4 plus 4. The max of that is 20.
yeah. If I need to heal 20 points of health,
It should be one of the frontline fighters, so either Silas or.
I already have a healing potion, so give it
Cool.
to Silas.
He's gonna take it when he gets back.
I have
Additionally,
2 small potions.
he has 180 gold pieces.
Oh, definitely taking all of them.
I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna do the party loot.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
we got You're going to be working on some your personal bag. Once you get the bag, we'll have Jake is going to be handling the cart for. Or no, you're handling the party loot.
Right. As the former portable hold owner, I'm very used to dealing with party loot.
Slip of the tongue.
Really
Pull
having a
up,
hard time with
pull
the
up, put your
word.
hand out.
Portable hole. Really having a problem.
Adults. I respect you so much, Victoria. I'm just sorry.
Wow.
It's not about respect, it's about me not being able to talk.
College is not respecting women.
Nothing to do with respect. It was just slip of the tongue. Okay.
Very much a Freudian slip out here.
Don't bring Freud into this.
All right.
That only made it worse.
After the whole
All that
party collectively
wine.
starts giggling without knowing quite why. You are able to remove his various. You do find on him he does have his dagger is pretty decently made. None of it you would consider to be none of his gear looks to be masterwork.
Wait. I'll take his dagger. Yosef, you want a dagger?
Oh,
Do you have one?
I do. I have. And he
Do you
pulls
have a spare?
No.
You always should have a spare.
Oh, all right. Can I have his scabbard then?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you.
Of
Kind
course.
of takes it. Belts. He's got a pair of these. You do eventually find that knocked underneath one of the other cots was the club that man had been using to hit our dear Yosef.
What was his?
Oh, kill him.
What's Yosef's armor situation like?
Don't hurt Yosef.
This one you already dropped
I don't
off.
I don't have any
Oh.
armor.
Damn it.
Any? Oh.
Gwynwyn's armor wouldn't fit him, would it?
By the way, he got that.
No, he can pick up some basic. He has basic leather armor. Is
Okay.
what he has.
I don't have any armor.
I think
We still
you
don't
might
have
ask your employer. I bet they would give you a stipend for your armor.
Okay, that's nice actually.
Anything to keep you safe.
Silas, right?
I'm not here.
Yeah, you're taking a little bit of. Yeah.
When you'll bully Silas into it for us.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm gonna send Squawk up to the room to go retrieve Yosef.
Oh, yeah. Is that hi, little buddy?
Gonna
You guys want to check your room?
Fix
Yeah,
it,
go
yeah.
to
Someone
oh,
slipped
check into
in
the
without.
I'm actually scared if I enter my room, I'm going to accidentally wander to my bed and fall asleep. So.
I'll
Okay,
check our
sure.
room.
Does
Heading
alarm
down.
account for teleporting?
No, so it's physically being in that space.
Oh, okay.
But you do take some time peering in. It does not appear that room was opened. It looks like Yosef was followed. Once the rest of the party left, boom, 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 a fight broke out. They waited a few minutes, but about enough time for you to travel around a mile.
Gonna also request for Squawk to grab Gwynwyn. So I want Yosef and Gwynwyn.
Taking a bit of time, you're able to eventually
I'm not going
coalesce
back upstairs.
towards the bar. Silas, when you're eventually brought out, you do see. It's late, but you do find a small guardhouse near the center of where Pirewood Row is. There is a singular sergeant who's actually just kind of resting. He's sitting. He's at a small station. The post itself is kind of like it looks almost like an information booth, but it's attached to a larger building where presumably there are bunks and supplies. But he's here basically for folks who report out. The bar that's in front of him has one of those those flaps that you can go over so he can pass by if he needs to. But he sits there. He's got a simple red shirt with a black vertical stripe on one side. Kind of looks up. Oh, you're, hello, sir.
Just gonna lay the bandit right on the table.
Stands up,
basically.
kind of looks down at this person, looks up at you. I'm gonna have to ask you to explain what exactly I'm looking at.
Oh, this is a man. He got shot with a crossbow arrow.
I do see the blood.
Do you have a doctor, first and foremost? Then I can tell you some more.
Get the medic. All right, give me your explanation, sir. Are you telling the truth?
Oh yeah, straight up the truth. I wasn't here for most of it, but I heard
Someone
secondhand.
broke into your room and hurt one of your companions.
Yeah, and the companion
And so
has a
they
good
shot him
shot.
with a crossbow.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
I'll have to go by the duelist and ask Octa just to get some confirmation tomorrow, but... And your name again?
Silence.
Silas. Takes your information. Honestly, speaking with this guard here, it's relatively seamless. Sergeant Saboba doesn't seem to have any real
Is he even interested in this guy?
No, he's not. He's not worried about you. You're very honest and forthright with him.
I'm so confused.
And he goes ahead. Yeah. There's no subtle way to slip the word Sebulba.
We just like locked eyes
I
as
know.
soon as we heard it, so it was
The
funny.
Bulba.
Yeah, I have to pick him every once in a while.
You're gonna have to grab the more famous names eventually.
I've used
That's pretty
a fair
famous.
number of the famous ones.
Yeah.
Sebulba. It's the Orange Pod Racer episode
Episode
one.
1,
Anyways, also
I'm-
he's a Doug.
yeah.
I'm a fake
Particularly
fan.
nasty Doug. Dangerous Doug.
Here you go. Jake,
I'm so disappointed.
as Silas takes some time to pass along the information, one of the actual members, one of the members of the squad comes out and actually begins applying some basic first aid. Does not appear that he's going to receive magical healing. What he does receive is a set of manacles. The guardhouse, you're actually asked to carry in this person. And as you do, you actually get to see what one of the guardhouses here in Eltz looks like. This one, though relatively small, looks to have 10 or so bunks on the inside, a rear room which looks to be for the office, the head officer here, as well as it looks like there is one large-sized cell fit for several people if the need arises.
How full is the cell?
The cell right now is empty. Pirewood Row has been relatively calm today.
Yeah.
But you could easily, if you really need to stuff 10 people into a drunk tank, you might be able to do it here. Though they'd be tight with that one bench.
It's fair.
There'd be some good old-fashioned dirt sitting. But you're able to, they pull out they pull out a blanket, kind of lay it down, put him in the cell, remove the manacles, leave the cell, and you now have him he's now in prison.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, good for him. I mean, I'm just gonna ask the guards before I go. If you get any information from him, we're at the fighting the dueling duelist. That was
Daring
it.
Duelist.
That one. That's where we are.
A little
Look for an
dwarf fairy rings in your ear.
elephant. Come find us if you find out anything, please.
We may have some questions, and I'll send someone down if we need more information.
Oh, definitely. Just look for the elephant.
I actually, if you don't mind, before I go, I've been meaning to ask, but though we don't get the opportunity, is elephant offensive?
I've never thought about it. You know, I haven't had that pop up. Should it be?
You take another 10 or so minutes discussing the ethics of using that term for Loxodon.
Would you call General Bailey that?
I would refer to the general by his title as one of the commanding officers of the Eltsian army.
So then maybe don't use the word elephant to call a Loxodon, I'm hoping.
Very well. I've never met a Loxodon before today.
Just sends a little toot through the horn.
All right. Rest of the party, I believe you all gathered at the bar. Are we drinking? Are we chatting? What's going on here tonight?
You didn't grab Elle. You only grabbed Quinlan and.
We didn't get invited to the bar.
I mean, you can also
The
come.
pickin' music.
You can also come down. I just was like trying to specifically get Yosef because I'm gonna make sure he always has a drink in hand because he went through a bad night.
He deserves it.
All right.
And
I'm just
you
gonna
you
check
just tell
to
me
make
how
sure
much
nothing
that
got
costs.
swiped.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Give me another
through the-
silver for the whole night for him. Like he's
Great.
drinking his. He's gonna get drunk tonight.
He doesn't need to be useful.
We'll be responsible.
And then I want to talk to Gwynwyn specifically. Everybody else can come down, not like being secret.
Sure, take your time. You guys saw a dead body. You almost got robbed. You deserve some drinks.
I'll
So-
put in some bar hours.
Put in some bar hours. Excellent, excellent.
Yes.
Yosef
We're gonna be
dances at the
staying.
dueling table.
We're gonna be staying here for a little while, so let's iron out our doors.
Okay.
Oh, they're ironing out the doors, not the dwarves.
Okay. What I think we need to do is have 2 layers of alarms. 4 layers of alarms on each door. Because
Oh my god.
3 layers of
That
alarms on each
sounds
door.
so expensive.
It's free.
Alarm
it's
is
just
free. It's
time-based.
just time. It's 10 minutes each cast.
Does it last 24 hours or does it last 12 hours?
8.
8 hours. See? I'm 0 for 2.
So what I suggest that we do is both of us set on the doors mental alarms, and then one of us each can set an audible alarm as well.
Okay.
Because the audible alarm may deter somebody in the short term, but the mental...
Does the spell specifically say you must choose one or the other?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Or it says.
Yes, or.
So I will remind you, it's 10 minutes per casting.
Yep, that's
That'd be
30
great.
minutes each.
Can you
Versus
only
the
cast
20.
it on?
So because there's a door for both rooms and there's also a window in both rooms. So if you're doing that level of protection, do note you're talking about spending over an hour in the morning.
Windows have
Bars.
bars on the inside.
You
and
can just put
outside,
one
right?
layer on that.
Yeah.
Does it have to be an entryway, like a window or a door?
It's just around a space.
She makes a no-no square, and inside the no-no square, if anyone gets in the no-no square, it
Door,
makes it.
window, or 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
Yep.
How big is the room? Is it more than 20 feet?
Fireball sized.
1 sec.
Because we
No,
can't just do it on the
no.
whole room.
Oh, thank gosh.
Let me go check real quick. You said it's a 20-foot cube?
Yeah.
I hate you.
3, 4. So the room itself is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's 30 feet long, but that's at the hallway side. At the window side, it's only 10 feet long. So it's a trapezoid on that. But it is larger than a 20-foot cube. If you wanted to use just 20-foot cubes, however, you could do the entirety of this section with 4 casts of alarm.
Want to just do that?
But they mean mental or audible. Oh, forecast total. That'd be.
That to cover the whole space. That would be mental or audible.
I say we just do mental, audible on the doors, and just mental on the windows.
Okay. So 40 minutes each.
Yeah.
Great. That means you spend less than an hour each morning, both of you going over.
It's gonna-
Assuming no birds fly in here. No, you're fine.
course.
I'm gonna ignore. We're gonna assume this is triggers for things that are relevant.
You have ritual casting too?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice to have a job, right?
I have a job.
Yeah.
Keeping
Same.
your
I
stuff
am
from
the
being
only
stolen.
unemployed person here.
I'm ensuring that we
This is
have
her
cheap
job.
rates on our
You didn't
rooms.
fully understand what jobs were at the start of the campaign.
Does she now?
It's like a hobby that you also get money for.
It's
No,
not a
she
hobby.
does not understand what a job
Do you
is.
say this in the bar?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
say
have
it-
someone splash
I
you. with
mutter it under
beer.
my breath.
His needy
I'm like,
notes.
I know what a job is. It's
So-
money that you get money for.
Are we gonna go to sleep for the
Like your
night,
job
Or are we gonna?
is hanging out with me.
I don't get paid for that. So the air goes on a job.
It's just a hobby then. That's what
Whoa.
we're friends.
Of course.
You feeling cold at all? Because
I feel no, I just feel
they're
sad.
combined.
His shoulders doing like a D4 of.
I'm just gonna.
Are we?
I just said I don't get paid to hang out with you. I choose to.
Oh.
Are we taking a long rest?
I think we should take a long
She
rest,
says,
yeah.
telling the truth.
But
Inside check.
definitely gagging the bandit, just in case. You never know when someone knows magic.
Why would
He's
we not
sleeping in y'all's
heal
room.
Would you
him?
like to put him in the actual like armoire, or not the armoire, the
Wardrobe?
wardrobe? Thank you.
not
One of your rooms.
Same thing.
Sure.
Same
Oh,
sauce.
Yes.
actually,
Same
Sorry.
sauce.
Same sauce. Okay. Able to lock up this bandit in a wooden box.
Perfect.
You work a few hours for the night, but you don't work so much that it's going to affect your sleep.
Please don't forget.
Are we
to
going
put
to
in the
sleep?
box.
That's what I was asking.
Oh,
or are
I
we
would
gonna
love
go
to
back?
sleep.
Yes, we're gonna sleep.
I need to.
They need to recover their abilities.
Okay.
I have one weapon burst left.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for
Taking,
us.
so it's going to be a little bit later in the morning, where you probably somewhere around 10, maybe 11, when you're really up, alarmed, and ready to go. You take your time to prepare the spells. As you, those of you in the boys' room, unfortunately, around 8 o'clock, you start hearing boom, boom, boom. This guy kind of angrily butting his head against the inside of the locked wardrobe. He's still tied up. One of you kind of able to quickly stand up. He's being annoying, but it's not affecting you mechanically. Silas, how would you like to respond?
Is there any way, like, would Silas know if we were to, like, stuff the box with the rugs that we have, the extra rugs, if it would muffle the sound a little? I'm not going to, but Silas is
It
having
absolutely
this thought.
would. That's
Didn't we?
It also would remove the ability to get air into it.
No, I don't want to kill him or hurt him.
What's his
I-
constitution?
I thought it would,
Accidentally
like,
How long can he survive?
look, it would make it cushiony in there. Silas doesn't know any better. He's not trying to kill the guy. He just wants the guy to be soft, and he doesn't.
I need a clip of that. It's Silas justifies murder.
Look, it's innocent. It's sweet. I don't want him to hurt himself as he rams against the walls.
Do you want to just go drop this guy off at the guards
Should
post?
we interrogate
Ask-
him first?
Ask him questions.
All right, then shut
you
up.
saying no makes me feel like we should take you.
All right, keep it.
We're not there. We're still in bed.
I know, I'm running my 5K.
You
I
can't.
get up
you're-
at
the
8
walls
a.m.
are
promptly.
the walls are thick. You give it a solid 8:05, and you're a little disappointed in yourself. You stayed up too late. You had a bit of a rager.
It's fine. It's fine.
Your moms don't know that you didn't get up and greet the sun this morning.
I brought shame to the Arendrell name today.
Taking you can take your morning run and then head back because it's no more than 1 hour of that off time.
Yeah.
Completing your long rest.
It's a 5K. It's not that long.
Yeah, it's just a 5K, guys.
Ugh.
You go ahead and regain all of your abilities that recover on a long rest.
Nice.
Just as a reminder, your armor does not require attunement. That doesn't have any requirements like that. Additionally, I will let you know it is worth a few hundred gold. If you ever decide to sell it, we can talk about its precise value.
But we get slightly sneakier.
Yes.
Sneaky is good.
No, we're not good at sneaking.
I don't know. We
We're
could
gonna
try.
be now. She will be now.
We have tried. We're bad at it.
We're bad at
I
it.
feel sneaky.
So it is the next.
You may have
It
actually
is the next
succeeded the
morning.
most.
You've rested, had a bit to eat,
Scrambled eggs.
an absurd number of scrambled eggs.
Eric Crocker.
It is
Protein.
known.
Protein.
No.
No.
Jake.
This is
You do not-
banned.
I'm curious. Does Silas make a joke like eating Eric Cochran
God,
eggs?
no, Silas would
Okay.
probably-
This is a Jake joke.
Okay.
Through and through.
This is a bad Jake joke.
Silas would know that's a horrible
crime?
social faux pas. Yes, war crime. Don't eat
Children.
children. You also haven't seen. Luckily, you haven't seen any Aarakocra since coming to Elts, so like it hasn't been an issue.
Kind of weird.
Interesting.
They're busy with the trees. I
Yeah.
assume.
Getting the ink.
I mean, you know that collecting that it's kind of like an honor, or at the very least, they're doing like a lot of weird advertising for that.
Definitely means something. Sus is up with their working conditions.
Biblis was the name of that tree, the Biblis tree. You're gonna try to spell it.
No.
Tell you.
Okay, yes.
Byblis. Biblis.
Yeah,
Can I go
wouldn't have got
ahead
that.
while they're doing the alarms? Just kind of help take stock of the mithril, get a good number of that, and the gold iron.
Yeah, you go through. Everything's still intact, same as it was before. You said and the gold. Your
Or
money.
cold
was-
iron. Cold iron.
Oh, the cold iron.
At the-
Same thing as before. Really, there's only one large, like very large piece that could be used for probably most weapon types, but the rest are reasonable for medium or smaller sized weapons.
Same with mithril, enough for maybe one weapon piece.
Mithril is forged.
It's fully
So
smellable.
you smelt the mithril down, you make ingots, then the ingots are then formed.
That's good to know.
My former smithing
Oh, yeah.
is coming. I'm like,
Victoria
no, that's
played it
fully
last
smeltable.
She read multiple books about smelting. I've had to make up a lot of fantasy metals.
Yeah, we've got a lot of fantasy metals up in here.
Smetals. Metals.
Metals.
It's metal with a All right. But taking stock, everything's still looking fine. You would need a smith to work on that. You put your recently acquired book on audiobook while you're on your run.
Of course.
No, but you can take some time in the morning to do a little bit of reading if
No,
you'd
I'm
like.
reciting my spells in my head while I run.
Are you
You
okay?
recite your spells during your morning jog.
What if I
Is that
forget
a
them?
spell?
That's how I prepare in the morning. I think through them.
That's excellent. Okay, but now that the new morning is dawned, you have a conscious and upset at 1 HP man in your closet.
Let's interrogate him.
Guess who's going to jail?
Wait, let us in the room so we can interrogate him too.
Thorne's not dressed yet.
Lauren, get dressed faster.
That's part of the interrogation.
Wait, I'm not
Opening the
gonna
box.
That was worth some torture him.
Elle and I almost said Ibra. Elle and Svini, you just both hear.
Oh! Look, wrong wizard.
I made another wizard whose name begins with an I.
It is known.
Wizards can only have
And
I
then-
names.
Oh no! What
All
have I
right.
done?
But so Silas, you put your trunk away, and you get
So does
dressed for the
Thorne.
day. So does Thorne. I'm telling Jason.
It's not Cavrol.
You take some time, able to kind of gather together. You have him in the cabinet. If you're doing talking away from him, that's fine too.
His mother always said, "Let men out of the closet."
Double entendre.
Let's go deal with the guy in the closet.
Yeah. Interrogate him.
I should have like 2 questions. We could have healed him last
Which
night and
is,
got this over with.
why did you do this? Do you have some sort of nefarious plot? What's your horse's name?
What's the deal with your tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
4
I'm
questions.
very curious on this
4
tattoo.
questions. All right, who wants to ask the
Questions.
questions this time? It'll be fun.
I
Who
won't
wants
ask
to
the
do this?
questions, but I'll get you answers.
What's the
Make
best
big
guard station to
elephant
take
man
you
do
to?
it. I think that's.
Okay,
not
remember?
intimidated.
Remember, we don't cut off fingers. We don't cut
This
off
is happening in the
toes.
girls' room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We don't cut off fingers. We don't cut off toes. We don't cut off noses. We don't threaten to cut off toes, noses, or fingers.
What about acid? This isn't me.
I'm sorry. The way you said it made me picture that we like knocked on the door, we left
if-
him in there, and we all like went to the other room to gossip for a bit.
What
and
if
then we
we-
come back like
That's what
we're
we did.
prepared now.
That's what we did.
Cuddle.
Yeah. We don't have protocols set in place
Is
yet
it
for
bad
what-
if we allude to removing body parts?
That's like the whole thing.
Oh,
This isn't my. I'm not running this
did
particular.
you do this when you
questioning.
left me down
You're
that
very good
page?
at it.
No.
It would be good for somebody else to get some
We
practice.
become hardened since.
Unless
You're
you
getting
want.
a little bit more jaded.
Okay. Do you want me to do it, or does somebody else want to ask the questions this time?
I'm not
I think we
particularly intimidating.
I'll help with the answers
You do the brain.
portion,
Okay.
but questions.
Okay.
Listen, let's be honest. I'm very smart, but that's just not my cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea. Okay. I can still ask the questions. So we want
I'll
to.
sit there with a hammer.
Don't move the hammer, but you can hold the hammer.
Can I poke him with it?
Nope. You
Softly poke.
Can, no, you can hold the hammer.
The head of that hammer, like if it
Like
was
the
scaled,
size of a body.
it would truly weigh well over 100 pounds with scaling on your Hero Forge miniature. It is horrifying.
So,
Hammerfying.
what are our questions?
What's up with your tattoo?
Tattoo.
Horse name.
Horse's name.
Horse's name.
Why did you
What were
target?
you planning?
Why?
What were you? Why were we picked? Why were we targeted?
Mm.
Do you know who Zerathal is?
Who do you answer to?
Yeah, do you know?
Who do you answer to? Or
Do you
just-
know what Zerathal is?
I have a few casts of this, but it only lasts 1 minute.
Well, then we'll save it for like an important
Techno-
question. So
Oh,
So
for the
not.
I didn't know whose zone of
Question.
truth.
It lasts a minute, right?
Yeah.
Where's your base? On top of like who
Isn't
do
it
you
a ritual
call
spell?
What's up?
Are you part of the Thieves
no.
Guild?
Is that
I'm
what your
I don't know if
tattoo
there's
is?
any
I'm gonna do like probably some kind of really cool hand motion. Sorry, wrong character. I'm gonna do like a hand motion of some kind to like indicate to you that it's time for probably a detect thought because we don't want to waste it if it's gonna take up one of your spell slots.
Just snap your fingers.
Yeah,
It's just gonna.
yeah.
Do the magic.
Finger guns at the guy.
Time for my drow. All right, you all head in. Are able to.
Forcing reverse. Yeah. Make sure.
Two of you go ahead, open the cabinet, seeing as the surprise of this Justin Timberlake-esque man. As you pull him out, placing him on his knees here in this room, door closed.
We'll be against the door.
Yeah.
We'll be door.
Yeah, iron bars on the window. A pair of explicitly the girl bosses who stopped him previously. Weapons in tow.
Damn.
No harm. No harm will come to you. We just have a few questions, you know. As one would. Find somebody in their room. You reach out. Start to lower. Gonna take a water skin and very carefully give him a little bit of water.
He just he actually will take the water.
Cool.
Finishes
We did lock
his
him in
way.
a closet all night with a gag in his mouth. Probably real screwed up.
Ruddy lodgings you've got.
Somewhere to stay.
Yeah, the closets suck.
He like
it
glances
was
back.
pretty
He like
nice.
glances back at the wardrobe.
Yeah,
What he's
yeah.
eating.
It's somewhere to stay.
Oh.
You know, it's better than a cell.
I was about to say this is one of the nicest places I've ever stayed.
It is nice. The Daring Duelist is absolutely respectable. Maybe not to Elle.
So we have a couple questions, obviously. I mean, you know, protocols here, right? Why us, out of all the people coming and going? Why us last night?
Give me a persuasion check. I want to determine sort of an initial demeanor modification.
I gave him water.
Right.
Bastard.
That's the reason I'm giving you anything.
Bastard. Didn't go very well for me.
What was it?
It was it was a 3. It was not a nat 1. It was a 3.
Listen, Poppet. There's not much to it. You came here.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
You came here. We saw you were carrying goods. Thought we could snag them while you were away. Is Yosef? Yosef's away. Yosef's not here.
Yeah, just whatever. Question 2. It's a very quick process. We noticed that you've got like a little tattoo.
Immediately kind of squints at you, leans back. What of it?
What does it mean?
Detect thoughts.
I believe I make a wisdom. Are you getting surface level thoughts at the moment?
I'll do surface level. If I feel like he's being catty, I'll do probe. I'll probe.
You'll tell me when you use probe. Okay. He kind of squints his eyes for a moment. There's a very pregnant pause.
Was it on his butt? Where was the tattoo?
Huh?
Where was the tattoo?
It's on his forearm.
Did you ask if it was
It
on
is-
his butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tramp
it,
stamp.
It coils
Lower back.
around from around here on the underside of his forearm upwards until it meets the cobra-esque head.
Not a great place to put a tattoo if you want to hide it. It's on your arm.
But he kind of squints at you, and can I give some I want to give some essence of what's on the surface level. There's definitely some immediate foul words to describe his meaning, but kind of coalescing into more what's on at the top of his mind is him thinking briefly. You see a flash of his meanie wearing full Eltsian garb, like this thought of, is this lady a guard? Am I talking to a bunch of guards? Is that what's happening? Is this a sting operation that I've fallen into? And that's where his brain kind of goes to. You can probe deeper for more specifics, but his immediate thought is about that, as well as thinking she's going to try to mess with my gang.
I'll probe deeper.
I make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
That's a natural 7.
That's a fail.
For a 7.
Oops.
What do you want? Tell me about what you get, Mr. My purple
So,
friend.
questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts.
Ooh, yes. Okay. So you ask the question again because he's been kind of silent.
What's the tattoo mean, buddy?
It's just my people. In his mind, you see the serpent that would be in his arm kind of begin wriggling, and as it coils up, the skin extending, this cobra-like figure, the words "Scarlet Fangs." You see, just in this kind of his mind's eye, thinking of how he perceives his gang, he actually sees this sort of animated snake. As it opens its mouth, its fangs drip with red, almost, it looks like blood, but it's red venom.
I'll tap my signet ring and just go, I have one of those for my people. You know, we all keep something. A little memento. Who we belong to.
Hard to make something of yourself alone, It's
Makes sense. Everybody's teamed up. Everybody seems to be on somebody's side.
Listen, it was nothing personal. I just thought, where's Renard? He has not seen him. He was not present for what happened to him.
Your friend, Renard?
Aye. When your friend shot with a crossbow.
Alive.
Exactly. We had to take him to a doctor.
Getting medical attention.
Give me another persuasion check. Locks it on. Silas is helping. Give advantage. Wow.
Locks it on advantage.
Locks advantage.
11.
11.
I'm not good at persuasion.
It's okay. Kind of taking a
Better at deception.
brief moment. He kind of thinks for a moment. The gods, then.
Regrettably. Some of us here are more inclined.
Don't suppose there's any way you'll find myself walking the streets today, aye?
You didn't take anything. You've been very...
Maybe if you answer our questions to our liking, we'll let you go.
Yeah. We don't want to screw with you. It's not our problem.
And because I'm describing things in the scene, a minute takes longer. You got more time still.
Yeah. This is actually what I'm very curious about, and trust me, this is gonna be the hardest question I ask. The next one's probably super easy. Does the word Zarathal mean anything to you?
I'm gonna really quickly make a deception check because I want to see kind of what you get.
You're in my.
Ooh.
You're in his brain.
No, I know. I know what he's gonna get. I'm gonna talk about what is meaning what the rest of you see. They rolled pretty well,
Yeah.
but there's still a brief moment, not of recognition. That's not the core thing, but a brief flash of fear. We'll get to you in a second. I don't mess around with folks going around called by one name. Sounds like dangerous lot. I'm just in the pocket pilfering business.
Sensible. Much less dangerous.
Seemed like my eyes were a bit too greedy yesterday.
Problem is that you dealt with somebody who, little lesson for you. Some people have magical means of making sure their stuff is secured. Little hint there. Anytime you go after somebody who's got something to think about what their friends can do.
That's like some genuine advice. When she asks about Zarathal, here's what you get.
Good.
This person doesn't, and it's less words, but like kind of flashes of memories and such in here. With that detect thoughts, because you use your spell slot for this. Couple things you'll earn from this. First, this person does not know Zarathal. This person has heard the word before, but the things he's envisioning are things like glowing golden eyes behind a creeping wave of darkness, similar to the darkness spell which you've seen before. Voices whispering in the dark, gangs being hired by this, strange benefactor to just wipe out for seemingly no reason another gang. What this person thinks is some sort of maybe a kingpin, maybe a crime boss, but certainly someone that if you get on the wrong side of, you find yourself floating in the bay.
All I wanted to add to my Zarathal thing was just saying that we're not necessarily fans.
Right.
Yeah. Did you definitely just...
There's a brief moment where he thinks that she means, where he thought, oh god, are you Zarathal's goons? And he pictured himself face down floating in the Tinkto Bay.
Tinkto Bay is so cute compared to floating face down.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's one way to introduce... That's the bay that the West End touches. But
I can't spell my own name. What's this word?
Tincto. Tinkto. It is a form of red dye.
Yeah, put a lot of the wrong letters in that one.
I had a K in there.
Yeah.
That's okay. If you add a C or a K to the other, that's not weird.
A couple of extra letters at the end of the word, too.
Like a
To get an E, yeah. Oh, one more question. What's the name of that black horse outside?
Fuck would I name a horse for?
You don't name your horses?
Not yours?
There's no lie in here.
Anything else? Anybody?
Wait.
I am gonna kill your spell off for this.
I'm talking into the mic, but I am whispering to his meeting. Why don't you ask him to do us a favor? To pick a lock
On what?
on the apartment door that we're heading to after this?
Two
On the
things.
inside.
He sure looks like a thief.
It's chained shut, and I
Well, if it's magically chained shut
It's changed shut from the inside, as a reminder.
from the inside.
I have knock. I can
also a
unlock
window.
any door.
Oh, I was just saying we make him do it. That way, if it explodes, we don't die. And he.
I can be 60 feet away.
I want to clarify. There's a door, okay?
I didn't realize the chain was on the inside.
Bolted to in a square pattern are 4 metal things sunk into the wall with a pair of thick iron chains. It's not locked. It's chained shut. It's physically going to be hard to push open that door.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah.
mind.
And,
That was a dumb
No,
suggestion.
no, no. We were in Theater of the Mind mode, absolutely. Recently.
Also- I
thought it
However,
was a big
knock is
chain.
may work on this sort of situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
knock.
you-
Threaten to sacrifice a
No, just like
Yeah.
door?
he has a lot of hit points.
Not right now, but yeah.
He smirks, not knowing why.
Yeah, no, I can unlock.
Any more
Very
questions?
noisily.
Do I need to do any more of my?
No.
I'm upset about
yeah.
the horse.
I'm happy with what we got.
Yeah, this guy. You get the last images of that. He stole this horse. You see very briefly what looks to be someone with like a puffed out shirt. It's got like frills and whatever. But what you see above that, he doesn't even have memory of the man's face. Just the almost platinum blonde chest hair poking out above it. puff, frilly sleeves. Some nobleman bought a really fancy horse and he stole it.
Glad we have it.
If you tell me, it's
You're getting
stolen,
a
we're
collection.
This horse is trained in dressage.
You're like
Dressage.
between the
This
coat,
is an expensive
the
horse.
horse.
I have-
By the way, no
I have a
one
new
knows this
career.
horse is
No one
stolen
knows that.
except for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't tell Silas. I will return
Does he know the
horse.
name of the horse?
He just
He
didn't name
just,
his horse.
he just nicked it.
he just stole. He
That's
just
his
stole
name.
the horse.
I'm asking Thorne in case Thorne has insider information.
So I say we just let the guy go.
On the condition that you spread the word that we are not an easy mark.
No, that's something I could do.
Yeah. Just because it's kind of annoying to have to sit here and.
Also,
like,
do you have an in on the Thieves Guild?
he, you know. So maybe somebody you don't like.
I don't suppose. You don't seem exactly the lot the Fangs would get along with.
I don't know what you mean.
Who do
could
you
mean
not
by
go
that?
along with?
Who do you... What are you trying to get from him?
Who do you not get
Rival
along
man.
with?
I continually ask people who they're in competition with to pretend like I'm gonna help fight those people.
Jeez, give me a persuasion check. This is
Does
something
it
that...
have to be persuasion?
Asking about, like, you're asking about gang business, so it's like this is very core things you wouldn't want to share.
It would be like green
Dang
money.
it, it's a 9. I'm not good at persuasion.
9?
Deception is my gang.
Green mongoose.
You watch as he, like, begins to try to form a lie and just kind of thinks better of it and just doesn't speak again.
Okay, whatever. Just curious. Just don't want to go after your guys.
Pass along we're not an easy mark, and I'm good with letting him go.
Yeah, chill.
Does his tattoo
All
do
right.
anything?
And with this, he puts down the rope that was on him, stands up.
Yeah.
All right. He kind of now that he doesn't think you're gonna murder, just kind of shows off for a little bit. I rolled really good on my dex check, but you'd murder me if I broke out.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Cool.
We would let Gwynwyn
you want
do
food?
it.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
I would be starving if I was stuffed in armoire.
Silas would have an aneurysm if you had breakfast with a thief.
We're not taking him to the guards.
No.
We're letting him go. He didn't actually steal anything from us.
We
Right.
got
Tried to kill him.
Gwynwyn,
letting us
Gwynwyn only believes in one attempted crime, and it's attempted locks a murder.
Okay, but he still hurt Yosef. So
Okay. Yeah, and we locked him in
okay,
an armoire for
Yosef?
a night. It's fine.
Joseph, do you want
Oh.
him to be taken to the guards? Are you that upset about it?
Oh, I'm just having my eggs. I don't.
You know what? Keep being you.
All right.
Don't never change unless you want to.
I'll be the BBEG. Don't worry.
Great.
We have bigger things to deal with.
He's there with
We
the
have
Yes.
a murder.
Oh, I thought you meant
I'll
introducing
cry.
the new horse to the old horses. What are we gonna name the new horse?
I'll name the new horse.
You'll name the new horse?
The other two are named after fantasy wizards.
I still suggest Susan.
Ibra.
Ebron. Don't.
No.
No, we're
No.
both evil. You get disadvantage on your next attack roll against me.
You can't.
Clella.
You can't give me a negative bottle cap.
No. It was disadvantage against your next attack roll on me.
I think a lot of
You get to
those.
think about it. Maybe we'll talk about it in the future. About well.
My first bottle cap and it didn't have infection.
Oh yeah, you can earn bottle caps during footnotes.
Nice.
Just has to be on stream. I think is what we'll do.
That's fair.
You can't just make puns. And not
Bicycles.
Yeah.
fail. I'm sorry.
Oh.
We're sorry.
Oh, dang it. We're out of practice.
These?
We'll get it. I forgot I don't have any anymore.
The tribulations of coming from a home game to streaming.
In a stream game. Yeah, it
Well,
happens.
hey, I haven't asked anything about how in particular you may want to do something.
That's true. That is true.
I've avoided that
You
one.
have avoided that
That's
one.
a good
I'm
one
very,
to avoid.
I'm very proud of you. Congratulations.
Oh, I love it though.
Oh, no, I do
But
too. I love
we're not
hearing
here.
it.
We don't
Feels
want
Now-
so good.
C and D.
So, time to
Go investigate a murder?
go look at a dead body, I
During
guess.
the day?
It's like 11 a.m.
Actually, this
I
might
mean-
be
the
right
best time to
go.
actually look.
Honestly, no one cared during the night. Why would they care during the day? I
Yeah.
don't think
And
guards...
the weeds probably won't be as bad during the day.
Okay.
Gwynwyn got catcalled.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's really uncomfortable.
Cat called.
Look, it's.
I heard
We
something
will
different
punch
too.
them next time.
Yes.
Let's go. Give me one of your hands.
I'm pretty sure I know.
I need a little bit of luck too.
Someone smack Victoria. It's
There
fine.
you go. Thank you. Yes, you did. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Couple.
it.
You
Good.
didn't.
She doesn't know what that means.
That's okay.
It's okay. Let's
Moving
move on.
on. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning
This
at the moment.
seems a little weird to go investigate a murder during the day, but let's just go and at least see if there's anybody like poking around.
Did the horses get along with the new one?
Did you socialize?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yes,
This horse
they're in
is.
the same
I will tell you
stable.
this. This horse is very well behaved and is certainly both the most trained and also the fastest. This is a good horse. You also could sell it for quite a bit of money.
No.
Well, just mentioning. I'm so sorry.
Look, Silas
Sorry.
finally found a horse that could carry him. No, that's not true at all.
Can
He's thick.
Silas
You need a Clydesdale.
not ride
Built to carry two
Budweiser
people.
horse? TM.
You're about 2 people, right?
No. So I will say this, Silas. You can't ride almost any horse. There may be horses, but they would be very much specialized.
No,
It'd be like Clydesdales. No, bigger than a
But,
Clydesdale.
yeah, the kind that like pull trees down.
It's very large. However, in this case, the horse was being ridden by an average sized person and a pocket prince.
Manlet.
Yeah, well.
No.
I can say it.
Nobody's allowed to say it.
I am the most allowed to say it.
No!
I'm insisting on
No,
it.
we're gonna get a spray bottle.
Why is she the most allowed to say it?
I don't know why she did that.
I think we had the same
No.
conversation 2 years
I actually
ago.
think you're the worst person of the
You are the
you
only-
or Amanda are the worst people
No,
for it.
no, because Jake would let me say it.
Wait, what?
No. Here. So here's there are a couple options for what you've
Jake.
got to do today. Is the goal to head directly back? If you're leaving soon, that's absolutely fine.
I think so. We
I
have
want
nothing else
to.
do.
We may not break in.
We have so
during
much
the-
else to do. What are you talking
Yeah, we may not break in
Stop
during the
talking to Merchant
daytime.
Guild.
Yeah, we may
Um,
not break in during the daytime, but we are gonna go at minimum check it out, at maximum go.
I
in.
think we should break in.
Do you want to do
Daytime.
stuff during the day and kill some time for nighttime?
Not
And
kill
then
me.
go-
We could go to the we could. I feel like we should do the crime before.
Do we have
go
anything
there.
we want to sell? My uncle will probably buy it or give us a good price.
I'd rather buy stuff from your uncle than sell stuff to your uncle.
Buy stuff? Okay, fair.
Yeah.
You got the very strong sense that he's gonna struggle to buy things.
Oh,
Right.
never mind.
I'm
He's
gonna.
very
Never mind.
poor.
Yeah.
Do you think he
you
has-
described the underground basement you suggested for my new lair be 5 foot by 5 foot? I can't lay
If you
down in
s-
that.
Well, if
Is it 1 5-foot square?
you curl up in
It's a
a
5 foot square.
ball,
Women can
you'd
sleep
be
in
alright.
it.
Question.
I cannot lay.
It's a
Foot
wine
ahead.
cellar. It doesn't have.
Does your uncle's shop get decent foot traffic, but his issue is inventory, perhaps?
He's in the weeds.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
He's in a very narrow alley
Listen, when
filled with poor shops.
he was open and I showed up and he was napping in a fucking.
Oh my gosh!
He's not busy.
That's fair.
We give the shop money, not take money from the shop. This
Oh.
is how we help the shop.
I was thinking, like, if it was in a good spot, we could set up our, like, maybe Silas and Gwynwyn want to set up the goods there.
No,
and
because
sell.
we aren't merchants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
What
I
you
don't know,
could-
But
Silas.
he is a
Yeah.
merchant. We can sell.
You
for
could,
him.
yeah, you could use them as a shell company, but if we get caught, all of us go down. Let's go check out that apartment.
Let's
I'll
go
talk
to
to
the
him about
apartment.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the apartment.
Before we do something illegal.
Okay.
Let's go do something else illegal.
We could
Oh
go
my
to the
God. Let's ask him how he became a merchant
Union of
first,
Honest
and then we'll go to the
Merchants.
Stop trying to make happen.
No,
Might
not-
happen.
We also might need to start looking into making some money.
That's exactly
through
what we
the
need to do.
We made a lot of money last night.
We
Well,
did make a decent
If
amount
we
of money last
keep
night.
doing crime or
Oh.
stopping crime, we might continue making.
That's what I mean. You know?
Vigilantism.
Yeah.
More like mercenary. It seems to be pretty
Yo,
lucrative.
bitch, should we go check out that mercenary guild too?
Before anything else happens, though, I need to make sure that that apartment hasn't been
Do you want?
peeked at. I'm really worried about that painting.
I
If
want.
Let's
you're
go.
Painting
if
first,
you're walking,
specifically.
it's a mile away. It'll
Let's go
take
then.
you.
Let's
it'll
go walk
yeah.
towards it.
Cool.
20 minutes.
Are we that slow?
Yeah.
I don't know.
About 15
Fitness
minutes
gram
pass as you kind of
argument.
calm. Heading through, I will say this, you do quickly learn that the weeds are not very particularly dangerous during the day if you stick to the main roads. Passing through the weeds, you do hear, unlike last night, you hear off in the distance plucking of banjos and dancing. There's life happening. The weeds may be poor, but they're certainly densely populated. And, folks are still existing here. Eventually, you kind of make your way past Firewood Row, past the weeds, eventually back to the docks. The docks themselves filled with workers, new ships. You notice, like, very quickly, different vessels than what you saw previously here. And there it is. That orange brick. It's a relatively large building, about 3 stories tall. You can see now, but that because you guys are still on this main road, kind of looking towards where the structure is. It looks like there is a double door in the front. You're still over 100 feet away, but you can see there's some sort of large yellowed parchment that has been plastered over the front door of the structure. The structure has windows on it, indicating that there looks to be some number of rooms on all 3 of its levels. Just kind of giving you information you can kind of see from past curbside here. There are people walking about, but they mostly appear to be workers. You're probably 200 feet from the closest bit of water, but you're not quite all the way south to get to the main section of the dock. So you're seeing, like, most of the area you're seeing here is kind of a difficult place. The ships are a little bit smaller as they have to ford the different deltas that are here in the actual river. You go further south to get to the nicer part of the docks.
I'm gonna dismiss my familiar squawk into my pocket dimension for now.
Whew. Squawk becomes a necklace once more.
Not gone forever. Not having to recast.
Right,
Just
no.
poof.
Gwynwyn?
Is there any broken windows? Because you mentioned that the door was chained, but are there any broken windows on that apartment?
As you kind of, I'm not gonna bother to roll for this because you can just see the 3rd floor. Kind of walk around. No.
Kind of going off of that, are there any like fire escapes that lead up there? Something like that?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll get to this one in just a second. There's none on the 3rd level. There are on the 2nd level.
Okay.
I do apologize. That's my mistake. The 3rd level has on 2 of the outer walls these massive windows, about 20 feet, 30 feet wide maybe, by 10 feet tall. These huge bay window you would know a piece of glass that large is so expensive and probably required magic to manufacture. But the lower levels have smaller, more normal looking windows that you're used to, probably about 3 by 4 feet at the large end.
Is there any? Sorry. Is there any?
There are no fire escapes.
Okay.
Is there any broken glass
Second
like
floor.
around the window? Like is there? But is there like some on the sill, like at all?
Like,
on
breaking
the ground?
her out.
You need to like fly.
Okay, I just
so you're
want to.
going up there.
Like,
So,
is there any?
Do you want to
visible-
go to the building? You guys have all been
Yeah,
orbiting 100 feet out.
Can we like go close to the building and see if there's any on the sill?
Sure. It's on the 2nd floor, so you're gonna kind of be peering. Give me this is gonna be an investigation check with
I
disadvantage.
just checked
Can
to see if
you-
it was in the
Oh yeah.
grass.
Do you want to use your? Huh?
As long as I can keep squawk away from like the 3rd floor and not
Can
look
I-
into it.
Hoist.
Because I'm just
her
trying to see.
up
Yeah, I'm trying to see
keep
if it
her
was broken
disadvantage?
in or out. It's just all I'm trying.
Yeah, if you want
check
to.
the grass.
You do. So you are visible from the main road.
Yeah. I
Is
said
the only
on the
thing.
ground.
So if you're doing that, you are relatively visible. Is that okay?
No, my point was if we just look at the grass, if there's no glass
Yeah.
in the grass and it
If
broke
there's any on the
inward,
sill or the
There's
ground.
not grass around here, but you are able to
the
quickly look
ground.
around. So give me an investigation check.
that's all
With
I was saying.
disadvantage?
We don't
No,
do
this
anything
is
weird.
fine.
I have something I want to check when this is all done.
19.
A 19. You do a bit of looking, and what you do find is where you find a broken window coming from the 2nd story. You find what looks to be some sort of tool that's not immediately clear. It's got it's definitely a tool. It's got a leather handle and a metal rod coming out that it hooks out at a slight angle and then has a small sharp point. It doesn't appear to be a weapon. It looks like some sort of tool.
Okay.
This would be gosh, I know it's gonna be some sort of intelligence check. Perhaps history would be the best check for this. I know none of you are proficient in this tool, so it's just raw intelligence check is actually what I'm gonna ask for this.
Raw int.
Yes. I'll let 2 people make this roll.
The wizard.
Is it gonna be the 220 ints?
Maybe I should roll for it.
When I see you eyeballing that die, you
Dude, I
can
got
roll
a
it.
Roll it, roll it.
22.
I got a very big no.
22.
This is
10.
DC 14. This is a small tool meant for punching holes in leather. This is a piece of a leather worker's toolkit. and is used for things like if you were to make a belt hole, you could do that. It's not super precise. It's not particularly fancy or magical, but it does look like at some point it went through a window and shattered it outwards.
Okay.
Ismini, about how far away from the 3rd floor was it that hit a wall?
Gosh, I don't remember. Would I know how far away I was?
How far away was what?
Hoot.
When he...
When he got killed.
You were about 30 feet from the window.
Great.
So, a
Poof.
little
Can I
bit
pick
less.
up a rock at my feet and just kind of chunk it at the 3rd floor? Not trying to hit a window.
It was vision based.
Oh, it was...
She
not-
looked at the painting and exploded.
Sorry, I thought you hit
You
the
were
wall.
certain you did the painting magic again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're familiar with this enough where, and you roll like a 21.
Can Gwendolyn go look at the paper that's on the front door?
Would you like to go to the front door?
Yes.
You stood through her.
That's what I was gonna ask.
You were certainly
door
you were certainly attracting
Door's actually
attention
not unlocked.
with a group of 5 of you that have been circling this building.
I know. I'm just like, why didn't?
That's exactly what I was going to
I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure I said front door
As
like
you-
10 minutes ago.
As you head on over, there is a posting. The parchment has been plastered. You can see there's a bit of this yellow and kind of vaguely, I guess, bitter-smelling yellow paste that has been used to plaster it to the front door. This thick parchment reads, "Condemned by order of the Fundati Consortium." Underneath, there are a series of these much smaller text where it explains, "By order of the king's crown and rights given unto them by the 9." Whole bunch of legalese essentially saying, by our authority. As it continues on, the structure appears to be set to be burned to the ground in 5 days.
And you said that the Fundati Consortium was involved.
I did.
They're the one that condemned it.
Yes, it looking over this document, assuming no one's making any particular checks, it does explain that the fire is referred to as cleansing flame, and includes a number of other chemicals that will be chemicals and salts that will be added to this. It appears this building is to be purified and destroyed.
Can I do a history check to see? I'm sorry, I shouldn't ask for a history.
No,
What
and
do
then
I know?
What do I know about them? Is
Yeah, what
that's
do I
fine.
know about the Fundati?
When it comes to
Consortium?
knowledge checks, I think feel a little different about
Also
it.
do the same.
Absolutely, I'm gonna allow that.
Can I
Fundati.
do for a different check?
What are you? Yes, history's over here. What are you asking about, Silas?
They're purifying this. Can I look at the ingredients for that fire? See what's a religious piece?
I need a religion check for
Yes.
this. Wow.
Do you want more details?
Victoria fully throwing away her
Don't
metal
worry.
dice.
I haven't rolled anything more than a 5 today, so I'm changing dice.
Math 20.
Math 20, okay.
12.
12,
9.
9. So I'm gonna start with the lower. I always go from lowest to the highest. Victoria is aware of the basics of the consortium, but we'll embellish that with Clella. When it comes to actually looking at this, with a 12, you think for a moment, and some of the things that are listed here, they reference this. There's a very long word that you don't fully comprehend, but you know it's some sort of reagent. You've heard it before. Quickly checking with Gwynwyn, it's some sort of alchemical silver that is going to be used in this. In addition, there are cleansed stones from a holy site, and there, as you look through here, it appears that this is some sort of almost exorcism, as best you can tell. With only a 12, any more details than there's some bad magic and they're trying to burn away the bad magic going on. The Fundati Consortium, Ililie, are you sharing this with the party?
Yeah.
Ililie begins explaining that Consortium is a group of a lot of mages and magically inclined warriors who are focused on protecting the realm from magical threats. Some people may consider them to be a bit zealous or trigger happy with the destruction or sealing of magical artifacts. As you kind of speak with them a little bit, a lot of this to you, Ililie, would parallel what you would say about the Callister family, sealing away outsiders, a general cautiousness when it comes to magic. But in the case of the Consortium is a massive, plane-spanning organization. And you know, Consortium means business. Consortium shows up somewhere wanting to burn it, they're gonna burn it. They're pretty dangerous.
What was the sign put up versus that whole 5 days thing? Is it 5 days from the time the sign was posted?
No,
or
it's 5 days from
now?
now is when
Okay.
the burning essential. Likely due to the complexity of the actual tools being used to perform this ritual, it's taking time to gather such things. Also, given that it's probably not the highest priority.
Okay.
Is the door chained shut or anything? Is it locked?
It does appear to be a locked door. But you don't hear chains as you touch it, and it doesn't explode.
Is there a back entrance to this place that's kind of out of sight from the main street?
Wandering around, look, you give it a quick once over. You do not. One sec. You do not have. You don't actually find a secondary entrance here. It appears there's a main entrance. As you're kind of looking around, there is a window near the front door, and you kind of look. This double door leads into an opening foyer, which has a staircase as well as. It looks to be just one door leading to the side.
And that broken window that we noticed, was that facing the main street or was it closer to?
That was facing one of the alleys.
Okay, that may be our best way.
It might be this someone.
Do you want me to explain this on here? I wasn't. Do you want me to answer this publicly?
Do I or do I not know about it? Is all
Yeah.
I'm saying. Okay, so I do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think I know that they're called watchers. Like
Yes,
anecdotally.
their agents are typically referred to as watchers, knights, paladins, and mages who are enforcers of consortium order.
If the watchers are here, it's serious.
Have we seen any
The
watchers?
hoodie,
no.
the hoodie, whatty?
Oh, I'd have mentioned if you saw their strange, magical, gray-haired, crazy-eyed warriors.
Oh yeah, they're scary. Means we go in now.
We go in
Don't
now,
wait
or do
later.
we wait till
Now?
tonight?
Well, regardless of your decision, you'll be going in after our break. We're going to be stepping out for just a few minutes, and when we come back, we're going to see how my party tackles this strange locked room. Will they be defeated by the door? Find out after the break.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. It is now about noon as you have begun your attempt to do a B&E. Yes, that is how I'm going to be framing it.
In broad
It's
daylight.
like a trendy thing on TikTok.
Is it a break and enter if it's already?
It's just entering.
Oh, I thought
It's just
It is.
entering.
You explicitly will have to break in.
No, we're going through
What
the
about the
broken
second
window.
floor?
Therefore, it's just entering.
You. So
I think Silas will
How
have to
are
break
you-
it.
Rope climbing.
How are you gonna get it up there?
Most useful
It's
item.
magic. It can move itself and then attach.
Can a rope climbing do that?
Yeah.
it's okay. A rope of climbing has the following ability: becoming perfectly straight up, which means if you put it next to a wall, it goes perfectly straight up.
I'd rather not be that group in the broad daylight. So
In
let's
broad
slowly
daylight.
Take a look.
I'd also like to remind you the side of the building is visible from the main road. You have seen people pass by. Currently, no big deal. There was a guard who passed by about a minute or two ago. Didn't seem to think anything of you guys. For now.
Are we concerned that these what'd you call them? The gray-haired people?
The watchers.
Yeah. Are we concerned that the voyeurs are gonna come in and
SAT.
If
He's
they
not wrong,
if they arrive, well, what I know about them is that they really care about protecting the world
Let's
against
move away from the
magic.
building.
And 2, they're really scary, and 3, they got weird powers. So
is there a reason we would need to get in
This
right
This
now?
conversation could
Yeah,
happen
we can wait.
inside
Okay.
Or
Wait.
away from here.
So are we gonna
Breaking
go
it
visit the
now.
first, or do we want to
Let's
go?
just okay.
Let's go visit the
Let's kill time. Let's
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 kill
do.
So we don't beat any midday.
What's the deal?
Yeah, let's not be.
It's for Silas.
Is it?
I
though?
actually would like to talk to his uncle first. Let's see how he signed up first, and then go to the hall.
Make Silas an apprentice
Okay.
merchant. Yeah, let's do this.
First
We
and
can
foremost,
talk to Uncle Rickard.
Are you I'm curious, before you guys head there, are you letting Yosef know that you've changed your plans?
Oh.
You don't have
we
to.
were gonna look here
still
first for a bit.
Well, we found out that it's off a main road, and there's enough traffic that if we get caught breaking and entering in broad daylight, we're probably gonna get in a little bit of trouble.
Are there narcs in the weeds?
There
You're
was
not
a
in the
guard.
weeds.
There's
You were
only
in the
one.
docks.
We're in the docks.
The weeds were a challenge between them. During the day, it's not a challenge, but you're also now.
Okay.
It's a little harder to break in. Where you are, you all could. You're not sure how long it'll take you to unlock the door. You could get in. This is not an impossible task, but it is an added layer of difficulty during the day.
Let's not.
I will let you know mechanically what it would involve is a group stealth check.
Nope.
We can
Let's
do
go
it.
somewhere else. We're not good at those.
You said the magic words.
Wow.
Yeah,
Group
Wow.
stealth check.
They're so
Apparently.
bad.
Apparently
we're not sneaky.
You're
We're
actually
not sneaky.
much sneakier than most parties I've had.
Well, yeah.
Look,
I think
No,
we
we
can
don't
try.
have a Coolacino, but that's different.
Oh.
fair.
We also don't have a Jocelyn and a
That
Carol
That man
with
could roll a
heavy
stealth
armor.
check and wake up in another campaign. Like,
Yeah.
fully.
He could wake up
I'm a
in this
div.
one.
Yeah. Coolacino could roll a natural 20 and suddenly he's at the table.
Yeah.
Uncle.
So, I say let's go. Start walking forward. Did we want to talk to a Dawn's mercenary guild at any time? He seemed to want us to
Defiant
go there.
Smiles.
We don't know where
Things
Adon
we can do.
lives.
No,
we
but
might
he
be
did tell
able to
you
find-
where the actual band worked.
What time does the sun go down?
I'd like to talk to someone there, see if they haven't found our friend. too.
7 to 9.
We can swing by.
We got
Any
like
time of year.
we got the entire day.
Let's go swing by Adon's.
Yeah.
Don's Guild.
Okay. But we are coming back tonight.
Yes,
Yes.
we're coming back
So
tonight.
I say we press the fast forward button a little bit.
Okay.
Sure.
On the
Alright.
walk there, though, can I
Okay.
try to do something without catching specifically Al's attention?
Yes.
I want to pull Azamini walking to the back of the group.
We'll already do that anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna walk a little slower. I heard a scream outside.
Yeah.
Also in the back of the group usually, but that's okay.
Well,
When we're
front.
gossiping. I guess.
Oh yeah.
You're walking through a town, taking a little bit of
I'll
time.
pick up on the body language and move up to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
this
when
is-
you mix this chemical with this chemical,
Don't
does
you-
it explode?
tell her
No,
anything.
it doesn't explode.
There's
That
so
one's
many
safe.
combinations, L.
Okay, which ones explode? Tell me. That's what we're doing.
You find a moment where it appears that fully
Farts and fire usually explode.
Laurentius is
Fire.
not caring for the conversation going on. The two of them are talking about how can we make a bomb. What do you have to say to Miss Callister?
So, Oswald didn't have time to teach me much about being a merchant. He did teach me about investments. He called me a smart one at the beginning. I would like to think that you're not here for gold, you're not here for fame. You're here on a job. I would like to see if we can't make a mutual investment on that job. We could sell the mithril, the cold iron today, or we could work to keeping her alive just a little bit easier.
Anything that keeps her alive is going to be what I vote for.
With that said, I want some kind of a promise. Later on, you'll just remember that we helped. Might help with the connections you have at home. It might help with selling stuff here. Not entirely sure, but keep us in mind, and I'm already committed to keeping her alive. I at least want to keep her equipped, too.
If you need strings pulled, I can do that.
Good to hear. And now I'm going to go look for a merchant. I'm already looking for a weaponsmith for... I'm talking to you, sorry.
Okay.
I'm looking for a weaponsmith to find out about those arrows. Arrows, wow.
Man, I have no idea what you want from me for real. I just agreed to whatever.
I'm writing a
It
Mr.
sounded like
Book
you were
entry.
asking, I want to make mithril stuff for L.
Mithril or cold iron, whichever weapon armor works best to keep her alive. I'm committing that goal to you now, so that goal's an investment later. Whether it's starting up a business from the Callisters getting a mild investment, or if it's just you showing me a connection, maybe all the way elsewhere in the world, wherever the Callisters are, that I could get some profit out of it in the future. Now, I don't like being underhanded, but I care about L. This is just quick
Yeah.
forward investment.
And I've got a
Writing
name,
my entry.
I've got a name that does well in certain social circles. So if you need backers, I can probably get you a few.
It's Thorne.
Friend. You are the shop's face, so you are involved in this.
You are a face. You're a beautiful face.
So yeah, let's go find a weaponsmith then.
Are we changing? You
No,
were heading to one
this isn't
place.
in my
Is this
head.
this is a goal. Make sure to write that down. Talk to me a little bit later too. Let's see if we can't find you something intriguing.
By the,
I
by the
need
way,
to find out about those yellow fetched arrows.
armor and mithril armor is really good, and weapons and cold iron I think would make the most sense. Just from a player
we have
perspective.
one piece of cold iron.
I'm
that
working
we
on
can
a
do, so.
smith's tools proficiency.
Yes, so from a meta standpoint, this is actually very interesting because you mentioned it. One of the things that Clulla, they're having L actually work on gaining a proficiency, which is something you can do during downtime. Now, not like skill proficiencies. That's very hard. You'll need like a very talented master to give you those sort of things. But learning, really refreshing a lot for you, in a tool proficiency or in a language, something you can do. Silas, you're working on Dwarvish, excuse me.
Your accent is terrible.
It would always be terrible.
How easy is it to teach somebody one word in a language?
Trivial. It's
Great.
not. It's not. You just do it. It's
Look.
you just succeed.
I want you
Right.
to imagine rolling
Back
your
up.
R with a trunk.
Well, you don't speak out of your trunk first. You have a mouth, but eventually you do end up making your way.
Are his P's, B's, and T's a little bit muffled because of the trunk in front of his mouth?
This heartwarming moment.
Silas has a lisp. I actually have a little bit of one, so.
Heading back towards you head northwest, eventually arriving at the location described to you by Adon Castillo. It's during the day. Once you pass through that small section of the weeds you have to get to pass through previously, it's actually a relatively calm and peaceful journey. You pass through Pirewood Row, you see the barrows. Things are relatively calm on this day. There you see it. A stone, somewhat triangular on the front structure that stands out among the fairly quaint homes and even lesser manors located here in the western portion of the city. This structure, home of the Defiant Smiles.
Sorry, I remembered
You-
something.
you okay?
I remembered something I needed to say to Silas.
Oh, your eyes just flared a few times. Like,
Oh
oh no!
Paper.
Was this area called something other than Western?
It's Westgate.
It's-
Westgate,
It's the
okay.
gate district.
This character
in
info
West End.
from our conversation.
Yes. Let me go ahead and 1 second. So sorry.
You want to say it while he's figuring that out?
Yeah. Well, the other thing I wanted to mention
Yes, it's in the
was
West.
that my family itself is a servant family and not a what you consider necessarily
Oh,
rich
no.
noble family.
The servant family still knows who to talk to. It's more than a backwater bum
Yeah.
would know.
Yeah, as long as you understand that it's not necessarily going to be an intentional financial gain for you.
No, but I mean...
That I
whatever
cannot
is
provide.
You arrange for your accountants to speak with one another.
Right. I just wanted him to know, hey, I don't have the money to give you.
No, I'm not looking for money up front. This is like a favor in the future. Hopefully.
Great.
But so over here in the Westgate district, you are able to see once more that grand gate. Does have matching banners here on the inside of the city, and the colors, those flags are flailing often in the wind here. There are more and more guard. Now that you're in this section of the city, there are more guards that patrol around, and here you find the stone bastion of the Defiant Smiles. Well, they don't appear to have some sort of large marker in front. The building does match the description Adon gave you. There is a singular wooden door underneath this triangle turret at the front of the structure, which looks to have some sort of door leading to allow people to stand atop the structure itself. There is, however, strangely, a window in the actual front door itself. A small bit of glass has been embedded there.
I think we knock.
Oh, probably.
Yeah?
I'm sorry.
Come in!
Oh.
Just gonna go straight in. Now I'm the one that knocked.
Silas, kind of awkwardly timed, you open the door just in time to see the person who's behind the counter. The counter itself, quite high, probably, like the person behind it must have been on a stool or there's a raised up floor. The counter itself comes up to about 4.5 feet off the ground, and the person was sitting quite a bit above that. And you see that person hop down, fully disappear from view. Okay. You see a hand pull up, and a man, let's say a unique looking man, pokes his head up. You see he's got deep lines in his face where age has taken its toll. But this human man also, he bears a few scars on his face and wears just a small set of spectacles as he gazes down upon you. Yeah. Wait just a moment. Forgive my presumption, but I was described a group very quite similar just a bit ago with one of my employees.
By an
You're
Adon.
Brask then.
I am. It's,
Sorry. I got
So
excited.
proud.
well, you've unfortunately caught me on the back foot. Well, I do not have all of your names here. Yes, I'm Milton Brask, and I'm pleased to make all of your acquaintances. This man, an older... You're going to say human? I'm going to say human here. An older human man, worn, tired, and you wouldn't say robust. He's not... He's kind of the... he's very far from what Adon is here. I was actually just about to go and head to the Duelist to search for you.
Oh, saves us both a trip.
It is convenient. It's quite the climb from up here.
Serendipity.
Astute.
That's me.
Well,
Them some words, bro.
the issue, I have a matter that is most time sensitive and quite lucrative. If you perchance would be willing to work alongside me for this.
Go on.
Those are words we love to hear.
Lucrative.
He doesn't know what that means.
He just said serendipity.
I know what words mean, okay?
What's lucrative mean?
Money.
Oh,
You
right.
got it, Lauren.
It got in one.
Stay who you are.
I'm sorry
You see,
for doubting.
I have managed to obtain a writ, a job that may have been intended for another band of mercenaries. And as such, they will not hear about it, presumably until later in the afternoon. I would love to complete this task before someone else were to snatch it. We've had difficulties with them in the past. More than half a dozen of my number have defected and changed associations. And as such, I am in dire need of assistance.
Sure. What is the job?
Well, you see, there is a local noble family, the Mendesians. They have a number of vassals, knights who serve them for various things, political discourse, armed violence. But one particular vassal, Sir Kieran Shadal. Sir Kieran, you see, has failed to report the last several times the Mendesians have summoned him. Now, generally speaking, such a low knight of minimal standing would not be a cause for concern. However, he does have quite a powerful magic blade that they had entrusted him with. Due to his failure to respond to their summons and his general absence in events of state, the Mendesians have requested that mercenaries be dispatched in order to retrieve the sword.
How long after they gave him the sword did he disappear?
Oh,
They think he ran with
Sir
it?
Kieran has worked with the Mendesian family for years and is still, to my understanding, within the city. I've seen him around in the past.
So he most likely didn't run with it.
No, he's been seen plenty of times since he stopped responding to summons.
Just not showing up.
He's essentially an absentee knight.
Those aren't good.
I've already paid a few birds that run around the city in order to... there are children who work for information brokers. I've already spent placed the silver in such a way to get us a few tips of where he may be. The city is quite vast, but it is my understanding he's most likely somewhere... He kind of pulls out this map, unfurling a map of the city itself. It begins gesturing between a few separate streets here. Likely somewhere between the Barrows and Orktown. And it kind of shows you this general region. The place itself is probably a couple of square miles to look about. Now, I will mention, now you're all are very clearly heavily armed. It is quite likely that any attempt to take a armed knight's sword will be met with
Force?
Resistance.
divine smites.
Ooh.
That too.
Oh, he's a religious man.
Say what?
It is my understanding that he has
Promises.
He. Forgive me, my knowledge of the cloth is minimal, but he has some sort of knowledge of the divine, an oath that grants him some power.
He's a warlock.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we can convince him to give it to us. Just hand it over.
Oh, I should mention, there is no particular reward for bringing Kieran in. Kieran has violated the ethics of the nobility, and as such, fighting to reclaim under this writ would not be a criminal act. But of course, slaying him would be out of the question.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
But
we
putting
just
him-
want to convince him to give us the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, murder
Do you have to? Oh, certainly. As Adon had mentioned, you actually helped rescue him. I do the best to keep the Smiles working under the sun.
Aw.
Absolutely. So you're saying this is a lucrative opportunity for all of us?
Yes. However, I should mention,
Needs to be done
technically
fast.
speaking, it was the writ was originally intended for a different mercenary band.
Well, luckily we're not under your ban, so you shouldn't get in trouble if we were
Oh,
to do it
I would
for
have
you.
to. No, you do not have to formally join. I would actually issue a simple. He begins kind of pulling out some parchment and writing out that you're currently working under the orders of Brass.
Is this
So do the job. do it
contract
fast.
work?
Of course.
Yes.
We love
You
contract.
look excited.
We love
pays
contract.
better.
Wait, this is a
This is
job.
such a lawful party. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we're on a work study program.
This is my
Yeah.
first job. I'm so excited.
Oh, delightful. Let me very quickly. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will start totaling up your specific cut if all 5 of you are willing to work.
Do you have a picture of what he looks or a description?
I have a basic description. I have.
Do you have a description of the weapon?
I do. Let me see if I can pull that.
Abilities might be useful.
We already know that he's a
No, the weapons.
Yeah, but the weapon is
He's a
also
goody
magic.
two shoes
Is it-
paladin.
So it might be like it shoots fireballs, or it might be just a +1.
Defiant Smiles.
He begins pulling up the description here, and he does have it. It appears that this is mostly a visual description.
Great.
It is a great sword with a hilt gilded in this bronze metal, with an orb of solid gold attached to both sides of the hilt. So there's like a centerpiece that is just this beautiful, perfect circle made of pure gold. The enchanted blade itself is quite powerful. It does not have any description of its magical capabilities, other than that it is quite valuable.
How much would it sell for?
How tall is he? What color is his hair? And is he
So
human?
he is. He stands approximately 6.5 heads tall, 6.5 feet tall. He is. You would typically find him by his armor that was additionally commissioned by the Mendesians, though they do not have a writ out for his armor at this time. He wears silvered armor with portions of it that are gilded in gold to praise the Morning Lord. Additionally, he does have bright blonde hair, and he does not currently wear facial hair.
No frosted.
As I mentioned, Sir Kieran is not an uncommon sight around these parts. He's worked with guards in the past. The Mendesian family are they are a very kind family. They work alongside many of the others up in the north, but I have until recently heard nothing of but positive things about him.
So we go get you that blade before somebody else gets it.
Yes.
Where was
We
the
have,
last
like-
place you saw? Sorry.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. So good.
We have like a square mileage.
He
there.
should
Yeah,
be in the
we have
west. He kind of gestures over. It looks like he should be. The last time he was seen was somewhere near the Barrows, which was a working. Often there's a working area. So a lot of people, a lot of factories, workshops, production facilities. But he's also been seen all the way to Orktown.
So
Okay.
from the Barrows to Orktown, it's a couple square miles.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can flock around there until it's
We
familiar
can
with
flock
us.
around there. Yeah,
Subtle.
I heard that one. You want me to use a second level spell slot for this?
I'm asking you.
Now,
Can you do that in-
if you do obtain the sword, bringing it back here would be the most simple. The trip to Halifandra would be a bit long. Heading all the way to the northern end would be it'd be quite a trip. So if you were able to bring that back here, that would be fine. Additionally, of course, if you were to encounter a Mendesian, of course, anyone of their number would be more than within their rights to claim the sword and procure your payment.
How would we recognize a Mendesian?
The Mendesian, they actually, so typically speaking, as with many families in Elts, they would wear a simple signet ring. Their signet ring is a pair of crossed weapons. One a sword, the other is a simple battle axe. They were previously a warring family, though, interesting enough, the Mendesian family are not typically known for brutal solutions to problems.
I was gonna ask one more question before we talk any sort of payment, which we are of course gonna ask about. But it is okay for us in this city, because there seems to be some rules about who you can work for, how you can work. It's okay for us to take on contract work without being an official part of a guild?
Of course. And he actually shows you, he actually is able to procure, you do see he has a small, a small actual silver badge here with inside of it is actually a jasper stone.
Before we walk out this door and go do that job for you, if we do a good job, might we look for more work here later?
Of course, that would be delightful. Having a few more people around here would be excellent. In truth, Norn and his associates at the League.
Yeah, so who are the people who are supposed to have this job?
Technically, the Ashen League and Norn and his men are supposed to be the ones on this writ. However, I was able to intercept this, and this particular writ is written out to me, though its intent was very clearly for another. It would be a few hours before the Mendesians realize the mistake, I would assume, and this writ is legal.
So, I always like to plan for contingencies. In the event that perhaps we procure the sword. Say we procured the sword and then they overpower us, but we still get paid for it, I would agree to give you a cut of that money as well. You know, in case there's some reason why this actually...
Matthew, have no idea what that means.
If we go and we get this sword and stuff, but then they, say, oh, you got it for us and we're gonna take it. I just wanted to let this guy know.
Takes it from
Then
us.
you get no money.
Okay.
So we fight him.
He's paying to complete the contract.
I meant from him. I mean, if they pay us because we got the sword for them for some reason, because we were the ones who inevitably got
You'd
the
get paid
sword.
no money.
Great. Beautiful.
If
Bring
we're-
him the sword, and you get money.
There's
Right.
a
I
timeline on
mentioned-
that. Let's go now.
There's no way for them to give us money. Because my whole point was, if they for some reason had given us money, we would give him money as well. To, try to complete the transaction that way.
You're asking about a situation that he's basically like, no, don't.
I wouldn't give them the money. My point is that if...
No one has stolen 24 over the last few years. 24 mercenaries. It's just Adon and myself.
Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to say I'm going to work for them. My entire point was hey, for some reason...
He is very concerned by you by that question.
Oh.
You were gonna. Oh, how much are you gonna pay us?
We'll worry
as there are
about
5 of you, divvied up. Unfortunately, there are additional. There's additional coin I must offer to
Keep
the
the
king's
lights on.
coffers
taxes.
due to contract work. It would be a sum total of 600 gold pieces each.
No.
We're walking out the door right now. Silas starts walking
Yes,
out
ma'am.
the door.
It's a nice dress.
The Mendesian blade,
Like
I would
pants.
assume, would be
Nice
worth
jumper.
considerably more. The Mendesian family is both well off and typically arms its agents with quite powerful weaponry.
Silas has been out the door for a minute by now.
God.
Gwendolyn is also marching out
We're
there, too.
going to leave. Thank you for the job. Do we need those pieces of paper?
I don't
Or-
remember
Yes.
where we're going, but we're going.
It is very simple. All it has here is he actually places his badge and uses it as an actual signet here.
Nice.
And he has it. He quickly writes on it.
Yeah.
This so and so is currently acting under the direct commission of the Defiant Smiles under Brask, and then he has a signature there.
Yeah.
So it's this very, and it has there's an ID for the actual writ itself.
Okay.
Yet this person here kind of leans back, and as he leans back, kind of stretching, this guy at some point probably worked on the other side of the table. He's hurt. He's lost a lot of muscle mass over the years, but now he gets to be the man behind the chair.
Cool. We'll take those and pass them around.
Yeah,
And
I feel guilty because I was trying to make him feel better by saying, no matter what happens, we'll,
Get you money. But
Get you-
He definitely, you could tell, he definitely took that as I don't know if I can trust you.
Oh, I meant
she was well-meaning.
It was kind- yeah, it was-
yeah.
I totally meant to the opposite of saying, if they scalp this from us, but we still get some amount of payment, we give it to you. Is what I was
If
trying
they
to say.
bully us out of it but give us coin.
Right.
Sure.
That's what I was trying to
your
impress upon.
gut from this is he took that as,
You stay
are you considering should I take the
Oh,
leads
no, I
offer?
left with you
This
guys.
man has been
I got
burned
bored.
so many times.
It's a long conversation.
Okay.
It was the thing he'd be worried about the most.
We're
Whoops.
probably.
We should
half a
go
mile
find
ahead of
him,
Bill now.
because it's very time sensitive.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't even know where Warp Street, West End, East, North.
We know where
is.
West
We're gone.
End is.
I think
It's
as
all
we walk out, I'm like, do you think the other guild has way better pay and benefits, and that's why people keep leaving?
No, I'm just kidding.
like they've lost a lot of people. And I just have to wonder why.
But Adon
a
works
mile
for them.
further away.
No, like, I super trust Adon, but, like, you just have
He
to...
does mention Adon. The reason Adon's not doing this is that Adon is currently on another writ.
Yeah.
He's doing another mission right now.
I'm just, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I wonder why he loses so many people to this other guild.
The more people work somewhere, the more people want to work there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get better.
Maybe they
jobs.
have, like,
They
worse
scout
pay,
them.
but, like, way better, like,
More
fun
opportunities,
benefits.
too.
And, like, opportunities. They have, like, free breakfast.
I mean, they could have had a quick, pretty
many t-shirts.
promise in the beginning, and now that he gets more business,
They
he
get
can actually
masseuse.
fulfill it. Regardless, we're like almost a mile ahead of y'all.
Yeah. We're going, I'm very fast. Let's go. Let's go.
His speed is exactly your speed.
I'm the only slow one in this
Yeah.
party.
I just assume a wizard can't walk fast.
Wow.
You've never, what party have you played with a slow wizard?
I
All
wanted
right. So
30
you
feet of
have-
movement.
This is the fun part. Let's talk about skill challenges.
I love those.
Everyone. So the from the Barrows to Orktown, you got a section of the town to look for. There's all sorts of. You can go pacing through the streets, just straight up looking. You can go gather information, asking around. I want to know what everyone is doing. What is the plan here?
I want to ask people around, see if they've seen a guy with a shining sword and shining armor with blonde hair.
Okay. So here, I will let you know. I have lots of DCs. So here's what we're gonna do. These are gonna act in phases. Each of these is gonna represent roughly an hour of time. Okay? So I'm gonna ask each of you are gonna have a thing you're working on. Now multiple of you can work together. If 2 of you work together, obviously that can be help. If more than 2 of you work together, it's going to be help and it's going to affect the DC itself. So we're on the table. We started with for this round. We're going to start with you. You said you're going to be asking around for information. That is going to end up being a charisma investigation check. Okay.
Okay.
And Silas, what would you like to do?
This might be a weird answer. I want to take out a pen and paper and start sketching the sword they described, so I could take it to a shop, a guard, somewhere. Where that ask for help.
Yes. You're probably going to take some time at the at the Defiant Smiles, going over the actual paperwork you have here,
Yeah.
making it as accurate as you can. Okay. This is going to actually be a painter's tools, an artist's tools check. Win-win.
When will help Thorne ask people around? Just
Okay. This is going to be a help on yours.
It's intelligence.
According to my background, I have this feature called Position of Privilege. I'd like to go find some local nobles and start talking to them about where they know he would be hiding out at. As another noble woman
my
looking
gosh.
for it this night.
So here's the thing. Rather than affect your role, because that's very different. You're asking people at the market, people walking around the street. You're going and finding nobility.
Other people of high birth treat me as a member of the same social sphere. I can secure an audience with a local noble if I need to.
Incredible. Okay.
I'm helping her.
Oh, and also common folk don't want to
This
displease
is-
me.
nice.
Common folk don't want to seduce you.
Displease
Zion,
me. No,
Same
I
difference.
misheard that so much.
I'm separate. Noble.
It's the opposite.
Oh.
No woman.
Okay, this is going to be. I'm going to let you make an investigation check as well. This is either intelligence or charisma based.
An intelligence or charisma based investigation check? Okay, do I roll it now or wait?
It'll be now. I'm going to now go around the table the other direction.
Did you get advantage?
I'll
You-
dish
yes, you're giving the help, so you have advantage. Connor, give me that roll.
Just straight charisma?
It's a charisma investigation, but I don't think you're proficient in investigation.
I am not. So it would be a 17.
17. Okay, we're going to talk about that in just a second. Silas.
14 for the painter's tool.
A 14 for the painter's tool. So you're not getting a benefit yet with it. That's pretty solid. We'll talk about that during the next phase. All right, Ismini and L. Ismini, what'd you roll?
18.
An 18. Okay. So talking around for a while, you actually begin heading over towards. A lot of the work is actually starting over in the Barrows. The Barrows are nicer. It's pretty intuitive to start your search somewhere a little bit more well off. Starting with that 18 from before, Ismini and L, you head out and begin looking for who's in charge here. Heading through the Barrows, there's lots of these warehouses. And well, you do see that you actually see Gwynwyn and you see Thorne going and starting to speak with the workers, finding people that are on their break. It's around lunchtime, so people who've stopped and headed to the local pub, they're asking them, you all confidently stride into these workshops, head up into, remember where Brian Scuffs was
Yeah.
and those sort of things. This is you heading right in, finding the man in charge, man or woman in charge, you finding people who are smoking cigars in the back rooms, finding the nobility who have a small garden in their central complex surrounding them where there are smiths and forges and all stuff's going around them. You do kind of hear about Kieran. You do learn just a few things here. Kieran is a paladin of noble birth, with the Shadal family being relatively influential. But Kieran has not been seen here as much as of late. Most specifically, and what the big success I'm giving you here, is that apparently there was a fire recently at one of the Mendesian lumber mills here. Lumber mills is the wrong term. Carpentry. They work on things that are made of lumber. And unfortunately, despite Sir Kieran being summoned, he did not arrive to assist. Was the big thing. So he hasn't been seen around here as much. He used to be seen around here much more frequently, and as such, people have not seen him as often here. Rolling over to Silas. Silas, this is pretty solid. The DC for drawing a sword well enough for people to recognize isn't terribly difficult. You actually managed to, kind of going off of this, I'll let you know, you actually get some colors right. You actually bring out some, maybe use some a watercolor rendition.
I'm gonna keep this painting afterwards.
Oh, okay. It's very cute. Later, you'll want to make sure you stretch the canvas perfectly, get this all set up right. But you're able to make this very fine sword. Piece of information I'm going to give you is you actually do, going through the notes, you actually find some information because that higher roll of the description of the scabbard and are able to include that as well. Scabbard's not magical, just nice.
Yeah, and then maybe I can use that information next round.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yes. This was your answer.
Okay.
Now for the two of you.
Sorry.
Going around, you're not really getting a lot. A lot of these lowborns don't really know much about things that are going on with the night, but you do catch a couple folks in one of the pubs who've just been chatting. You end up asking them about Sir Kieran, and you do learn an interesting piece of information. One of them claims that he's like, yeah, I saw him. He was over in Oaktown. I actually saw him heading into the sewers. Don't know what filthy stuff he's getting to up there. I don't know, maybe he just likes the smell, right? He kind of laughs, high fives one of his friends, has a drink. It's noon, the things you do. But begins to claim that he saw this man actually delving into the sewers of Orktown. This man's a little inebriated, not sure about the accuracy of that part and what parts are exaggerated, but certainly he seems to be convinced that he saw him in Orktown itself and not actually in the Barrows recently. We're gonna move on
Check.
to the second round here. I will let you know. I have a timer.
Can we meet up between rounds?
Yes, it is assumed those sort of things are happening. You're able to, if information was needed to be passed along, you guys
You
got
want to head to
together.
Orktown?
Yeah, let's head to Orktown.
I think we should all go to Orktown.
Confident.
Because we know he wasn't seen around here recently.
Yeah, my only two things were, do we go to the carpentry workshop or do we go to Orktown?
Well, we know he
Do we know?
did not show up there.
Right.
Orktown.
Worst case scenario.
He was summoned and didn't. That was one of the things that,
Right.
the reason
Yeah.
he's going to lose the sword is because of things like that.
Right. Then I want to go to Orktown and just repeat what we did before.
Is Orktown nice at all? Is it Orktown makes
The
me think
the hard part is this. So orcs exist in large number in Elves, but do not typically exist in positions of power.
Ooh, I have a lot
How
of
tall are
questions.
orcs typically?
Typically larger than humans.
Big.
Like a
6.5
foot
to
taller
7.
than Elf? Elf 5'7"?
So you
Two
could have
inches.
so a foot if a foot taller would be like 6'7". Absolutely, that would be a large
What is
orcish.
Say no more.
6'5" orc
I will
is-
become an orc, and I cast a disguise self.
Oh, that's very good.
I was just going to ask if I know anything about orc culture and perhaps being able to find people who'd be the equivalent of nobility in their society.
Yeah, so this is going to be your role for this round is going to be a history check.
Yeah, because I want to repeat
Your
what I
role
did
for this
before.
round is going to be either it's giving advantage on her because you're going to help her using yourself as kind of the person. She's going to find people. You're going to go talk to them, or you can give me a deception check. Those are your options. for
I'm
this
going to
round.
help you.
Also,
on history
being a
check.
person of malcontent from the general populace, I feel like I will fit in quite well and get along with these orc people.
They probably end
I
up
hope-
dating him.
Okay, so if you're making the same thing as before, I'm going to let you go ahead. That's actually a little less investigation. I'm just going to be a persuasion check for this round.
I want to.
Yeah, I know.
Legitimate.
Because now you're more like you've established a common ground as opposed to just Yes, I need information. That's a good one. Silas, for this round?
In Orktown, looking for the nicest weapon store, the kind of place where a rich knight would stop by before maybe going on an adventure. In Orktown.
Are you looking for a fantasy pawn shop?
Yeah, weapon store, pawn shop, wherever someone might
That's
go.
just a raw investigation check.
Can I,
Gwynwen is
when I go
still
there,
helping
can I use
Thorne.
the...
Yes, so that's going to affect the DC, not the roll itself. Gwynwen?
Still helping Thorne with us.
Okay, so that's going to be advantage on your roll. We're going to go, I'm going to do it back and forth each time, so. Yes, are you?
Damn.
Advantage.
It
for
didn't
her.
even
Give her
roll.
advantage.
It didn't. It didn't know.
22.
You're welcome. I gave you my... What?
Wow, okay.
Thank you.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
Appreciate the advantage.
Advantage is always good.
21.
21. And Silas?
You said this was an investigation?
It's just investigation.
I had exactly 0 to that for a 1.
That's a natural 1.
Yeah.
All right, a couple things that happened.
It literally went boom. And
I have
did not
50
roll.
I went this way, then talked this way, went this way, so let's talk this way. We're gonna start with Gwynwen and Thorne. As you head to Orktown, Orktown itself is very different architecturally. It appears that people have been building things up, and you see some parts that are as you've seen elsewhere in the city, that are remnants of what was before. And here, the Orca structures are a little bit different. Lots of them, rather than being on a sort of square grid, a lot of these structures actually have sort of a hexagon shape to them. They're a little more angular. There's some slopes that are inward, so leading to the outer walls of these structures are a little bit smaller. And you actually realize they're literal walls with a secondary structure that's actually inside. So a lot of them have this sort of guarded nature to them. As you're going around and asking folks for help, you actually get the good intuition here to sit down, have a drink, maybe lose a few games of dice with some locals here, and start hearing tell of Sir Kieran. Or more interestingly, you start learning a little bit about what he might have been doing around here. Apparently, some of these orcs here reference that they've seen him. They've seen around a local gang known as the Velox Moors. The Velox are rough. You've been definitely told, like, they're people. One of the orcs here already, having a great day. He's got a huge. You have to assume turkey leg, some sort of large fowl, big roast thing. Having a great day. He won a couple silver off you maybe, and actually is having a great time chatting. He's like,
oh, you gotta stay away from the Velox Moors. They well, listen. I have no problem with you here up on the surface with us. It's great. But, they're a bit more savage with their ways. They're not a fan of the drow or humans. But, they do sell very good, potions and little things you may want if you want a little bit of a pick-me-up.
It kind of tells you about Velox Moors are a gang that sell various forms of magical, spiritual enhancements, are what they describe them as. But it's honestly this sort of they're drugs. They're ways to get high. Is what it sounds like. A lot of these things, but they appear to be somewhat of religious fanatics. It's very much like steer clear of them. It's at this point that I get to go ahead and talk to Silas. Silas, I'm afraid during this hour, you encounter a very, very angry group of folks who are upset that you've come down what to them was a very clearly marked, this was a site for you not to enter. When you walked past those 2 cylindrical posts previously, you found yourself in what looks like more street. But where you were was a central courtyard of a larger, orcish manor, estate. You were put upon by guards. Make me a strength saving throw.
Are they trying to arrest me?
No, they're fighting you.
They're fighting me?
This is over the course of an hour. We're just going to talk a little bit about damage.
Time out. I was the one that did the wrong here.
Yes.
Yes.
You trespass.
You did a social faux pas. You accidentally did a trespass. Are you going to try to willingly save?
I'm not going
The
to
sign
fight
was
it.
in Orcish. She couldn't read it.
Baby.
By the time you are able to
why I
eventually
couldn't read
explain and apologize, because no one here is speaking common at first.
Yeah.
So you were gently clubbed for a little while before someone who's actually able to communicate. You're able to explain yourself, apologize, and told,
Do not come back here again, Loxodon.
I know what you are.
you take 10 points of damage.
I want you to know I didn't hit you back, but next time I will.
They're gonna hit you again.
Make me a persuasion or intimidation check.
Which one's better?
It's more like which one are you trying to do?
This doesn't matter with that roll.
Yeah, it doesn't matter with that roll. It's actually +1 either way. I only did a 4, so I'm gonna say intimidation 4.
Okay, as you kind of say this back to them, well, there are some smirks and laughter as like people are translating around. You do see the person who's in charge there, they beat you, and your response was, "This was your one chance." You do get a small smile and nod from the person in charge. Maybe not word that'll pass around, but this orc will remember you.
Oh goodness, Jake.
Finally.
Maybe there's green on more than just the tips of his ears.
Oh.
He's slow, but he'll get there.
Very.
Can we talk about that 22? Do you want to talk about that 22?
I'm a very cute orc. FYI.
I have good news and bad news. The bad news is one of the Eltsian nobility, Sir Kieran, appears to have fallen in with it's very rough what's going on here. As you learn from there is actually a local, there is a spirit seeker. This orcish woman who her and the trio of families who serve under her work to actually monitor what's going on spiritually, actually like aware of the undead energies that may pass through the city. There's quite a large graveyard in Orktown. It's not for orcs, but it is here. And you do learn, similar to what we had earlier, that this spirit seeker does not know Sir Kieran in particular. She has heard. She recognizes like the concept. You maybe meet up with Silas at one point and actually have a picture of the sword. She has heard of him, and she knows he's been passing through Orktown buying pallid olives. She's willing to tell you a little bit what they are. As she kind of describes this, it is a way to obtain magical power that may not be your own. Mechanically, it's a way to fill spell slots.
When you say fill,
You've alerted some of the spellcasters.
you say fill.
It's dark magic, but
Okay.
in times of need, it may be something that can serve you.
I would like a salad.
The way
You put olives in your salad?
there are, what is word?
Evil. Good.
Scaled folk.
Oh, is it a draconic word?
Lizard folk?
Yes, the lizard folk. They wriggle and writhe and plot in the sewers below Elts. They trade in this green gem, and some orcish warlocks will convert this using a ritual to create these olives. Many whose personal powers are insufficient will use them to restore themselves or to make themselves greater than they were naturally.
Going to retain my snarky
Victoria.
comments about warlocks and their
Victoria
spell
is so like, I want to do the evil magic, please.
I'm
So,
not saying that we do
into
an
the
evil...
sewers again is what it sounds like.
Yeah, we've got
That's
2
all
flags
it
with the sewers. Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Do you know if they've seen Kieran around a particular sewer?
I don't know this one myself. We monitor those who pass through, as occasionally if folks come to Orktown to do ill, many of them are met with the wrath of the spirits.
They have
As it
been.
should be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually go ahead and let you know something. She has one more piece of information because that is 2 successes. She lets you know that the spiritual activity here has been lessened over the past few weeks, as if the spirits that generally haunt the darker alleys of Orktown have been drawn away elsewhere.
Where?
What once wailed in the night here is silent, haunting somewhere else.
Like the sewers.
Or
The sewers are the spiritual. Technically, she still has spiritual overview of the sewers.
Oh.
It's physically drawn outside. She does not care about what's going on outside of Orktown. Her job is to protect the people who are here.
Like the painting.
Painting.
I don't know which one of you two said that.
Not me.
Amanda, thank you.
Oops, I just
What,
wrote the same thing.
what god do orcs primarily worship? Here.
Are you asking her?
She's an orc. She's a nap.
I can't ask.
Right. So you can make a religion check, but asking her is going to give away your disguise.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being a
Yeah.
little particular on this one.
Yeah, I want to make a religion check. Ooh, I'm gonna get a 22.
So there's really 2 general classifications. The first one is the else answer, is that many of them, many people. If you're asking about any group in else, there's a good chance they worship the 9 ancient gods. Specifically, a lot of orcs you probably would assume are worshiping either Shar, or, this has always been the answer, or the Morning Lord. The Morning Lord is the most worshipped deity in our entire setting. However, there are many who instead worship their creator, Grumsh. Glumsh, sorry. Oh yeah, I definitely said his name wrong. Get it? Me in the comments. No,
Beautiful man. Love him.
but the one-eyed orc, this god is... One thing I will mention with that higher religion check is that is essentially the greatest enemy of the Moon Mother, having participated and been the one who wounded Coralon long ago. He's
Is he still the greatest enemy? Now that Coralon's
Coralon's dead. Yes, Jake. Rub salt in the wound.
It hurts.
Really?
It hurts. He was so nice to you.
It's the
He was so nice.
he was the father of Myriad.
He believed you could be redeemed, Jake.
Jake needs
Now he's
redemption.
dead.
Jake! No, I said Jake.
He was wrong. Gods are fallible.
Are we kind of gathering to meet?
Yeah.
I'm an orc.
It lasts an hour for Sky Self, or is it longer than that?
I think it's an hour. Yeah, 1 hour.
We are gonna, because you are gonna be
So
hitting
I'm
the tail
gonna-
end of this.
Can I
Yeah.
get a quick reminder?
I just want to surprise them.
What's the healing on a wolf's will?
It's a basic healing potion that
It
takes.
is
Minute.
a 2d4 plus 2, but it takes a minute to take effect.
Can I
Oh.
spook Silas?
Who got the extra potion on there?
He did.
Silas, you have a greater potion of healing, by the way,
You
Oh,
add
I
it to
do.
a sheet.
which is 44 plus 4.
44 plus 4, wow.
That's a new one from today.
Yeah, she put it on my
Great.
2d4 or 2d4 plus 2, right? That's what she said.
Yeah.
Silas,
Nice.
Oh.
licking your wounds, taking some time, maybe trying to grab a bite while you're waiting for your friends. You begin heading over towards the market. Gwynwyn is Meanie and Thorne off in the distance, kind of heading on towards you when an orcish woman approaches.
Fool me once, shame on you, and I start making an attack roll. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I swear to God. No. I'm half not kidding. I'm not gonna strike someone randomly, but if I was
Elle, what do you do?
Just
Oh, I
imagine
wanted to
Silas
sneak up
like,
and scare him.
Make a
Are
stealth
you-
check.
Yeah.
actually trying to scare me?
This is versus your passive insight, Jake.
Not great.
Passive perception, excuse me.
I don't have that.
Your dex is really, or your stealth is really good.
Yeah, I rolled badly.
Yeah, you-
I got an 8.
Passive perception's a 14.
You
Yeah.
see this 6'7" orcish woman with her weapon on her, on her hip.
Oh, it's Elle's weapon?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it at her.
You can't can't get me.
Make an attack roll with using the sling stats.
Ooh, nice.
Not damage-wise, just to hit.
Okay, let's see. That's stack still. Oh, you know what? Probably doesn't hit. It's only a 12.
It does not hit.
It was going right for your forehead. I would have given you a red mark for the rest of the day.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's bludgeoning damage. She would have been shot back like 5 feet.
I would have been injured by that.
I stand up and I point at Silas.
It's hello for that last spell you cast on me.
Hi. I couldn't spook you. It's fine.
Does anyone speak Primordial?
I speak common. Does that count?
Nope, I speak a pencil.
I don't speak primordial.
Is
Sorry.
Primordial a gnomish dialect?
On your mother's side, yes.
I'm so bad. You didn't say no, GM.
So is that a yes?
It's a yes and.
No.
Okay.
I will, a little bit behind the screen. Each hour, when you're searching in the correct zone, I do a little bit of rolling. Right. You do hear a little bit of a disturbance here in the market. You're not entirely certain what's going on because you don't really speak Primordial, but you do hear a series of folks who are shouting a little bit angrily.
I'm gonna send Squawk up and over to kind of like take a peek.
Should have used Squawk to investigate.
Is it
also.
like how far away is it?
I
Are
guess
they
he
down
wasn't
like an
out and
alleyway?
out, but
And I like kind of like
if he
hide
had
behind a
been.
corner.
Oh, you know what?
can help me.
Alex, go ahead and I'm gonna grab a battle map. Go ahead and get us in player mode here.
Battle map?
He doesn't have to.
I thought we were gonna make it through this without having to fight.
That's not very
Us?
Without having to murder. I'm kidding, no, it's not your fault. You do what you can.
Look, you're all ranged. It's not your fault.
I'm all range. I'm all magic range.
Look, if I was any other character, I would never give you sass.
How are we gonna fight?
If I was any other
I don't need
character, I'd
battle
be
music.
murdering them.
I just have a visual.
I love it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
You don't need a battle music yet. Is the key word there.
No, no.
Is the second?
No monetary cost.
Oh, I can't believe I'm barely in the screen. That's crazy.
Nice. This is the
That
fight we
last
managed to
paragraph.
avoid last time.
That last paragraph is insane.
This is not the fight related to avoid last time.
But that's 3 different options.
We can trade. It's a cleric's spell. It's on the mage's.
They're over here plotting.
I was about to say some
Inflict?
only cleric?
It's not a wizard spell.
Double
I
check
think
that
it
it's
is.
cleric. But
No, I think it was added in Cautious, wasn't it?
no, I'm pretty sure
Is
it's
it?
wizards.
In
It's not
Cautious?
just cleric. There's no way.
Double check Cautious and see what was added
Let me
to the
check
wizard spell
Tasha's.
list.
I mean, maybe it's.
Pretty sure it's on.
This is still in my
'Cause you do
Tasha's,
have-
by the way.
Yeah. You do have a different class.
This.
You know what? An Oathbreaker paladin can take it. That's technically not
Necromancy.
just cleric.
I'm not a breaker paladin.
Yet.
That's just because they get necromancy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
apparently that is
necromancy.
just a cleric spell, which makes sense. Necromancy Radiant.
It's such an iconic heal wounds and inflict wounds being cure wounds.
Hey,
not
Parque
heal wounds.
Nolus Dos. What's the meme? I'm not just a doctor. What is it? Gosh.
I thought it was like
I'm not a doctor.
No, I am a doctor bot or something like that. He has a gun in his hand. You know, it's from Spider-Man, I think.
Okay, Alex, go
You're
ahead and make
referencing
combat
Star
mode for me.
Trek.
no Doctor
During the day?
Like, but
Octopus.
boy, like I'm not just. I'm not a doc. God damn it, I'm not a doctor. I'm a.
No.
Damn it, I'm a doctor.
Yes!
It's not a doctor.
No, I think Jake was talking about like the commercial that the little girl
Cool.
says.
I just wanted to go ahead and show you what you're seeing
I don't think
here.
Jake
We're
was
all
talking about
referencing
anything.
different
I'm
things.
just referencing something else.
We're puzzling this out.
Wait, we all solved.
You guys just fully off topic for 3 minutes.
Sorry.
Yes, have y'all not seen this?
As you send out,
No.
No.
you see some interesting things. I do apologize. No, I don't know. Jake, come on.
He's a meme.
As you send your bird out, you do see over in the nearby market area, couple interesting things of note.
Golden boy.
Blonde
First,
knight.
you do see some folks having some negotiation for what looked to be a very, very juicy, some sort of green fruit you don't recognize. Could be a good deal, could get something delicious. But possibly more interestingly is you do see, arguing with a pair of genasi, a knight with a familiar blade, pointing his fingers at them, and you see like as he's gesturing, because you can hear it too,
Yes.
you hear this man demanding, "All right, that's enough. I've heard enough of your squabbling and your use common. Give me the coin now."
I say
Is
to
the
this
blade
guy.
an exact match?
All right, my
It's
friends.
very clearly who you're looking
All
for.
right, friends. He's in the market arguing some genasi. Let's nab him.
Yep.
I
He
mean,
seems to be.
Give me a
to be
perception
rude to
check.
them.
I just need to. This does have a DC on it.
Do we all see this? What we're seeing, or is it
No,
just-
this is a bird in the sky.
Okay.
22.
Go ahead and mention something. Couple interesting things. Though there is a, you would notice that though there is a guard bell here, as you glance over towards the closest guard station, you're not seeing anything. This looks abandoned in Orktown. You see, looking
is
a
that
little
good
bit,
news to you?
We are about to-
looking a little bit further towards the south, you do see a massive cage on wheels being rolled through a street away from where this is. In it contains a creature you may have never seen before. It reminds you a lot of Silas, only quadrupedal and covered in thick brown fur. A massive elephant-like creature. Further to the east from further to the east from here, you do see there looks to be a young hill giant kind of sauntering through. He looking around a little bit, kind of sketchy. Additionally, you can see that there is a large group of orcs that appear to be working together that are navigating a little bit further south from here. So you have there's some different things going on here. Nothing necessarily alarming, but I don't need to know what everyone is doing now.
I say we follow him.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
if-
try grab him?
if it's me, he's
We
gonna
have right to.
tell us about it?
Yeah.
I'm pulling
Like-
out a net.
Which direction are we from?
You're gonna
this?
come from this direction if you were right
Okay.
here.
I just want to kind of case it out and check out the other orcs that are here that I can see, and just see. Like I know this guy's talking to him. What's this guy doing?
Hanging out?
What's he doing?
Yeah, sure. As you all begin heading closer, I'll go ahead and.
Does he look like he's watching that guy, like keeping an eye on his back, or?
Hey, it's us.
Hey, it's y'all.
Woo!
It's been a little bit. Miss us.
It's been a bit. So as you begin
miss
heading
us.
over this direction, you made an insight check against that orc who's standing there. Yeah, seemingly looks like he's watching around the section here.
11.
With an 11, it's hard to tell, but the way that he's kind of relaxed, this person seems like he almost seems like he was sent here to watch for something, but if he's working for or against any particular person here is something that you're not going to get with an 11. So I'll go ahead and have that hill giant from before is kind of sauntering over. You do catch this though, as the hill giant's walking along the sidewalk here, kind of glances left and right, reaches over towards the closest door and shakes it. Keeps walking. The door was locked.
Great. Great. So this is actually a good place to jump somebody.
Oh my gosh.
We also have legal right to. The thing we have says that
Yeah,
we
they'll-
tax someone right on
They'll
the
listen
streets,
to
we're
legal
fine.
right here for sure.
Well, I don't know.
We
If
should-
they're
At this point,
ready to defend
God,
this
you
guy.
just see that
doors.
he
See
shoves
trouble.
the woman down in the stand as she knocks back. You watches a bunch of these various fruits, vegetables, some dried meats kind of scattered to the floor. Silver begins pouring out of the bag. He leans over and begins pouring, piling the silver into a leather pouch.
I'm gonna yank him.
Does he look erratic?
Yeah.
You want to get into the battle map?
I'm gonna
Let's get
pull him.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, sorry. I don't like that. I'm gonna.
Oh, everyone's like attacking the innocent. I will mention the folks here are a pair of genasi. You haven't approached too closely.
We don't know what kind yet.
Because you don't.
I don't
see
like
fire,
saying it like that, but
they're not
over 10,
fire,
it's
but
good.
you'll have to get a little bit closer.
It's not good enough.
It's good.
Oh, I hate.
you saw my
don't have it
initiative,
now.
right?
You get it.
12.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
Ooh. I rolled good on one of my initiatives.
I don't know why this says 0 because I have +1
It's kind of weird.
dex. It's because this was wrong.
I think it's because also you're dumb, so you don't know to take initiative.
Right. Right.
Okay. You have her initiative? Great. So L was 4?
No, L is 7.
Oh my gosh.
What was
Is Meanie?
5. These were our mods on my
Win-win?
fingers. We both rolled 3.
21.
Whoa!
Back from the zeros of yesteryear.
Silas?
13?
Finally, Thorne.
12.
Do you not have a modifier? Oh, I thought you rolled a 12, sorry.
No. I
Perfect. No,
rolled an 11.
I don't want to know about your your dice, your numbers on the dice unless they're 1s and 20s. Oh, 1s or 20s.
Right, but like 8s are really cool.
Go ahead and here's what I'm gonna say. How we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and set you guys on the map in the first row. Gwynwyn, you beat my knight's initiative as he you see kind of at the start here he shoves this woman to the ground. The man nearby, maybe her husband, kind of looks shocked. They're not armed. These people are working in the market here in Orktown. And he begins just shoveling the coin into this bag. He looks desperate.
For once, I won't argue if you set someone on fire.
Gwen will take like 2 steps forward and shout out, "Hey, don't attack a woman."
Okay.
Do you
Meaning
want to
2
move
squares.
10
Yeah.
feet?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me put this not in the middle of the road.
No, let her stand in it.
Stand in the bucket of apple.
And then I'm going to launch firebolt at him.
Okay.
24.
That does hit.
For 7 points of fire damage.
As you strike against, he looks utter confusion that he's just been struck. As he pulls his blade out, you watch the blade itself, well steel. It's so well lit. Like it's partially under the shade here with the tent that the little stall for the people he was harassing. But even now, like you see, the blade is gleaming like it was in the sun. Turns to you. You dare?
You dare attack an innocent woman.
There's a brief moment.
Gwynwyn,
No,
champion
it's
of
not
women.
because she was a woman. No,
Champion of women's rights.
Gwynwyn, anything else on your turn?
That's it for Gwen.
That is going to be Kieran's turn. Kieran kind of spins the blade a little bit on his side, turns over. Borak!
He's mine.
Watch it. He calls over to the hill giant who kind of just looks over. Let me go ahead. Kieran's going to do a couple things. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kieran keeps stepping forward towards you, hefts his blade up. I think we're going to have to. You all hear him under his, quietly begin uttering words in Celestial.
I don't know that.
Anybody?
language. Nope.
We need
The
to
blade
go to
itself
school.
is engulfed in flame.
I speak Abyssal.
I don't have advantage.
My languages haven't
Huh?
come up.
I miss Caroline.
I don't know if that's
busy.
going to hit you. That is only a 15.
Nope.
All right, second attack.
Oh, you get more than one? Fair.
Oh, yeah.
He's a paladin.
Same thing. Brings down the blade. The first one, you're able to dodge the side. The second one, it actually strikes against you, and you're pushed back just like a foot. And you feel you just barely were protected by the chainmail. It burned a little bit of the surrounding cloth, but you're fine.
Fire's
The blade,
hurting.
as you can tell, whatever spell he just cast on his weapon is still active.
Okay.
However, he only has 2 attacks. So that is going to be the end of his turn. We're going to then go to Silas. Thorne, you're on deck. Silas, this dude just charged Gwynwyn.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna just walk behind her, just kind of put my hand on her head. And just
Are you doing
behind me.
what is the maneuver called again?
Bait and switch?
Bait and switch. All right.
Using
Go ahead and
a-
swap their location.
Oh no!
I saw him miss her 2 times in a row. I'm not worried about him hitting her. I'm gonna-
no!
I have every time I've used bait and switch rolled a 1. So I'm adding 1 to my AC.
Okay.
Honestly, that's my entire nonsense. So
That's an action to do that?
I'm pretty sure it is a full action. I think we've been treating it as an action.
Oh, well, I want to treat it whatever it says. It should have almost the full text on that page.
When I am within 5 feet, I can expend a superiority die, switch places. It doesn't say action or bonus action or anything like that. Right?
Battlemaster.
Painful. Battlemaster.
It's not in that.
Master's not.
It's not in that book. It's in Tasha's.
I got it.
Cool. It's
So-
one of the new. It's
I've been
it's not one of the original maneuvers.
I've been trying to do the same thing and assuming that's a full action.
Sure, you can pull it up on your phone as well.
I'll try and look that.
That'll be a little bit faster. Thorn.
Do you need it? Do you have it?
Oh, I got the
Close
phone. I do not have. I have
Right, I don't know where it is in that book.
It's page
Yeah, he's-
42.
Right.
He's close enough. I'm gonna look at Kieran and say, "Hey, tell you what, just lay down your weapon and surrender." And I'm gonna cast suggestion on it.
Oh my gosh!
It like genuinely does not say.
It does not say.
It straight up does not
Why is it
say.
using a
Can
battle?
I have the rules, by the way?
I think use it-
24.
That's a pass.
It just says expend a superiority die.
Yep.
I think there's an action to expend a superiority die though.
Yeah, that might actually be it.
No, it does.
No,
It
because I can
doesn't
use
cost
those as-
anything.
It's free.
Yes, it does. It's just your movement.
That's
Not
a
even.
free
It's not
action.
even a bonus action.
Well, it's a cost your superiority die.
That's still really
All
nice.
right,
That's a
that's a
resource.
that's a pass.
After his turn, you're gonna make your action.
Sure.
Sorry.
Well,
about
I
that.
mean, the thing is that if he casts suggestion and then he attacks, it's gonna break the suggestion because of low level.
I failed, or I succeeded.
Oh.
I rolled a 24.
Then never mind.
Impressive.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I didn't catch
he
that part.
Succeeded. So that's my turn.
He's a little wise, and he's a little extra wise. Silas, you still have your action.
What's the mechanic for disarming someone?
There isn't one. It's Disarming Strike of the Battle Master.
Ah, I don't have that one yet.
You would, so mechanically speaking, the reason for it is that this is this is a highly trained, powerful knight. Disarming him is effectively defeating him, reduces
Yeah.
HP.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you disarm people is you knock them out.
If you were surprised or stealthy, we'll talk about it. But in this instance, you're not confident you could disarm
And
him.
I can't cast suggestion again. Well, I can, but he's won't work on him anymore.
Oh, he's immune for 24 hours?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
A lot of mind affecting effects work that way.
If only there was someone else you could cast it on, maybe a giant hill giant or something. You know what? That's probably not a hit, but a 15.
15 is a miss. I'm going to go ahead and use a reaction. Go ahead and riposte. Yeah.
First you give weapon burst, then you give riposte.
He doesn't have weapon burst.
Oh my
per
gosh.
se. He just has a magical sword.
Does a 27 hit?
I have a 20 AC right now? Yeah, I think that hits.
He's smite.
26, excuse me. I can't do math, but yes.
Darn, if only my AC
Yeah, I know.
1.
Brings his blade down as he parries the attack, bringing it up. There's a quick pommel towards your gut as he slashes at you. That is going to be a couple points of damage. Let me grab my dice. As he brings his blade up, you can see he grits his teeth, and as he does, as the flames strike against you, you can see he clenches his fists, and the blade glows even brighter.
That's a lot of dice.
This is the most dice I've rolled this campaign. Oh no, I fireballed once. This is only 6 dice.
It's either absurdly good or absurdly bad. You've hit me for 40 already at one point this campaign.
Bullet.
Yeah.
You'll take 32 points of slashing damage. 32 points of damage between radiant and slashing.
Can I bonus action healing word and then do the math?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wrong about that.
Confirmation on your attack, it was 30.
32.
32. Okay, that's 10 on this die plus 3, so 13. 32 minus 13 is mathematics that I'm not good at. 19?
18.
18? 32 minus 13.
Yeah, you're right, 19.
this massive hit. You do see that what he did there. It appears he used something else in addition to that flame spell from before. All of my players know this is Divine Smite.
Yeah. Divine.
It was a huge expenditure for that hit. You all see Silas reel. What does that look like when Silas takes a hit like that? Because you're bloodied, correct?
No. I'm at
No?
35 HP out of 55, so I'm not bloodied.
Okay.
I
So
stumbled.
you were bloody, and you
Yeah.
find your balance, center, get your stance up again. Okay.
Yeah, there was a second where you saw a piece of sweat, but like now it's an intimidating.
Oh, there's that you sweating just a little
sweat.
bit.
That's not how you use
There's a rip in your gambison that's like 3 feet long.
it. That costs money to repair.
Okay. We're gonna then move on.
Oh.
So that was Thorne's turn. Do the rest. Is at this point, Thorne, the question about this orc is answered. He looks over here, seeing what's going on, and panics. And is going to go ahead and hide behind here. Same thing is happening here as this man runs into his home. Another orc is going to end up making a break for it. Kind of retreating back. You see over here the Genasi's, the pair of Genasi. He like helps up his wife and kind of checks on her. Kind of stands looking concerned. They kind of just hold each other close. They don't look like they're
Right.
fighters.
They're
They were
not
in the middle of the
looking at
town
us.
market.
Right. Cool. This is probably the worst way we could have done this.
It could have been in a sewer.
He was hitting someone.
A sewer would have been better.
We're gonna move on to L. Is meaning you're the next person.
Cool. So I'm going to swing around, Connor, if you don't mind moving me
Absolutely.
to flank. Hell yeah. And I'm going to look at our good friend Sir Kieran in the eye, and I say, "Do you know what you fight fire with?
Sand.
Lightning." And I'm going to weapon burst.
Yeah.
What kind of damage would sand damage be?
Working on it, and we'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Gonna,
It works really well for blinding people.
and I am going to attack him.
All right. You all see. L goes ahead and rounds about the knight, putting herself between. I will mention, L, you have positioned yourself right between the knight and an open sewer grate.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
this.
Or manhole cover, effectively.
So the manhole cover is gone. And it's just a
Right.
hole in the ground.
This one is open, as you can see, and this one is closed.
Oh, I can see.
I don't want him.
I do have things.
But I wanted him to not escape into it.
That is a good point.
If he pushes me into it,
You'll at least be there with it.
I prepared Featherfall today.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So-
You have first level spell slots?
I do. I have 3 of them.
All right. Now you had advantage on this. That's a lot of dice you're throwing at me, and I don't appreciate it.
23.
23 hits. I also, I have used my reaction for the round. All right, you bring your blade back, striking. All of this damage seems to be going through. It does not appear resistant to
Another
any of it.
This same die.
Another
like
4?
I'm gonna test it.
Good.
I
Like,
like
I'm kind
it.
of
No.
suspicious.
Yo, can
Don't
you
test it.
set up a blind date between my
Why are you
orange die and your
suspicious of good
D4?
rolls?
I had
they've
that.
they've
Their
been
dice, their dice children would be too powerful.
they've been married for years.
I had
Oh my god! You never told me you were married.
I had that
A
purple.
13.
Natural 20.
Do you need them separate?
No.
Okay,
All of
13.
13 points of damage. A solid hit. This knight is nowhere. Like, as you strike against him, he like it parries with some of the plate armor he's wearing. He is taking the damage, but you haven't had a solid wound on him. He's not bleeding. You're knocking him around. This man is an armored weapon.
You know, if you give us a sword, we'll just make this
This
problem go
sword
away.
is mine.
Given
That's
to you by who?
Yeah.
Who made you worth it? Not yourself, I'm guessing.
My worth is earned by the
The sword.
strength of my oath.
The sword.
And
It's
olives.
the sword.
Do you say that? Silas, he turns his back to you.
I was gonna. Do
We
that.
heard about your habit.
Oh my gosh. Is meaning it is your turn and this man looks like he's about to murder a Liliaire draw.
I had a plan for this turn, but Elle ruined it, and all I was gonna do was tell you guys about my favorite die that I found out was unfair because it only rolled 18s or 3s because it was malformed.
Alright. Dice aside, is Meanie, you see very clearly, unless something else happens, Kieran is next going to definitely is focusing
I cast
on
Hex
Tom.
on Kieran
Okay.
as a
I
bonus.
put,
As a bonus
do you still have
action.
the ring that I put over there?
I've
Hex
done.
ring?
I've done something with it.
Oh,
in a
Do you have a little bump?
Do you want to grab a hex one? That's fine. You continue your
I've
turn.
lost
We'll
it.
find one.
Great. So I cast Hex on him as a
Cool.
bonus action, and then as my action, that's with my free.
Everybody stop worrying about it. It's fine.
My free feat, cast of Hex, and then as my action, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on him, but using Squawk for advantage.
Okay,
What?
do you want to
Nice.
move so that you don't have, he doesn't have any sort of cover?
Yeah.
What are you hexing him on? What's...
Strength. You're in the party. I'm gonna always do Strength.
Yeah, you actually have a good use for
Squawk for
strength.
advantage to help
Yep.
with my attack.
Strength
And
works
it's
for
gonna
me,
be Chill Touch.
Yes, because you use it to see. So Squawk flying out from your shoulder as he
Natural 20, buddy.
Squawk flies directly at him. He looks confused. Kieran brings his blade, narrowly missing Squawk as Squawk dodges out of the way. The spectral hand right behind. Roll that damage.
Does Hex
it
also
doubles the
double?
hex. We
Yeah.
and just letting everyone at home know, we double. If you're rolling an attack roll and it results in damage dice, it's double for all of them.
Nice.
Unless there's a saving throw involved, in which the saving throw dice are not doubled.
That's fair.
That'll be 15 points of damage. All of it is necrotic, and he cannot heal. And if he's undead, then he gets disadvantage.
That inability to
against me.
heal is going to matter.
Yep, he's
That
a
is
paladin.
absolutely relevant.
Yeah.
He also might not know what that spell does and may not know about its negative downside or its downsides. Okay. Ismini, is that it for your turn? And I assume where you want to move. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to end?
That's great. Action, bonus action, movement. I just wanted to hit him really hard. I'm scared of that hill giant, but I can't do anything about it because he's going to kill Elle, and I was going to deal with the hill giant instead. So we're just going to kill this guy first.
Yeah.
I mean, incapacitate that one.
Oh, he was kind of rude. We're not gonna kill him because we're
Correct.
not supposed to because we're gonna
Correct.
use our money. But like, Phyllis also doesn't want to kill him either.
Kind of looks over the hill giant. This is a young hill giant, tall, probably about 11, 12 feet if he stood up at full height, but kind of very much hunched over. The edges of his hands often like making grinding sounds as his nail grinds against the stone on the ground. He kind of looks over at you, reaches over to the side, picks up the signpost, the lantern post, and is going to throw it.
You'll have to pay for that later.
Let me go ahead and take that off the board.
Oh no.
Roll a quick die just to see who I'm chunking this at. I think it's gonna end up being Silas. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2. Silas, this is at you, which is great. You have a high AC.
+1, bro.
It's gonna be a hit. You have a +1 to your AC.
20 flat.
That is a hit.
How many times can I second wind again?
You'll take 18 points of damage.
How many times can I
The sign, the post itself spins through the air, flying downwards, and as it does, you think for a moment it might miss you as it strikes past you, but the weight of it kind of slams down, and you're knocked off balance. As this is it's a beam, it's a whole wood log just on your shoulder. You have to shove it off to the side. The weight of it kind of throwing your shoulder off just a bit.
Someone's gonna have to clean that up, and I feel so bad for that.
It's splintered on the cobblestone. Like it's the top of it's broken. The lantern that was attached to it shattered on the ground.
Community leaders.
Community has been damaged by this.
Orcs, rally to save your community.
Yeah.
Nope, we're rewinding this. Okay. Bo-Rock is then going to use his movement.
Yeah, we're gonna. This guy's gonna bet.
40 feet.
Oh no. Oh no.
40 feet, damn.
I hate large minis.
Let's actually end right here.
That does change what Gwynwyn does.
Can you hide behind a box?
He would not get cover from that box, though you all would, were you to end your turn directly adjacent to a lot of this terrain. The wicker basket does not provide.
Can I get inside of the wicker basket?
Yes, I will allow it.
And then
You'll
he
be fully
picks it up
prone
and
and
throws you.
and
Yeah.
You pour it out.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna go to the top of the round. Gwynwyn, a lot of things have happened. A lot of people got a lot of damage on the board.
Yeah. First thing, I'll pull out that pan flute and do a quick healing word on Silas.
You.
Okay. So one hand has the original spellcasting focus. You pull out the pan flute. Like you just play a brief chromatic scale, actually, and you're good.
8 points of healing.
8 points.
I'll take that because
To B flat scale.
And then, can you move me so I'm in a direct line with the hill giant and our dear knight friend?
I believe
Yeah.
that would put you in a direct line.
Yep, as long as you're aiming for this part of the hill giant,
Yep.
you can do so without affecting anyone else.
I'm going to cast a spell. I need both of them to make me dexterity saving throws.
So, this is a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. And for the hill giant? Okay. Had advantage on Kieran for a 13.
Fail.
Natural 20 on the hill giant.
So he passes. But Kieran will take 2 points of poison damage, and he is now covered in acid damage.
Acid.
Acid. So
Yes, this orange ichor. You
Does
can see
the-
it doesn't at
Try
the
not to
start.
take anything?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, she got just the right angle. It was I didn't think plan around it, so that was a really good play there. Amanda, it looks like the acid doesn't have much of an effect. It's not resisted, but it's like taking a while to seep in. It's got to get between the cracks. He's wearing full plate armor. This man is decked out in the most
I know.
advanced technologies. Anything else on your turn, Gwynwyn?
Nope.
Are you staying that close?
I'll take one step back.
Oh, Conrad, thank you.
This way? This.
Towards you. Yeah. Just
Oh, okay.
Behind the element.
Gotcha.
Or amongst the down.
I'm here.
Okay.
Looks like he's in a sticky situation with the acid.
I'm gonna use my first attack to attempt to shove. I think I have to do it. You stood right in the place.
Yeah, I know. This is very fair of you. If you hadn't done it, I would be like,
Is
hey,
it strength saving throws?
I
or
have
strength-
disadvantage
checks?
on ability checks that use strength.
Oh, that's right.
That's better. So your DC is a math 20.
do I make it?
Acrobatics or athletics check.
We're gonna call this an
I
acrobatics.
think we're gonna call this an acrobatics check.
Is it? I don't think it's cocked.
That's pretty flat.
That's a 16.
I'm pretty sure it was cocked though.
Oh!
Come on, please.
Oh, you
can
can-
you give it to her so I can. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Please.
Why? Thank you so much,
Jake.
Jake. You're very sweet. I appreciate it.
It's hard.
I don't get to
use
keep
this on,
this.
it's hard to use this on myself. It's easier.
Okay.
To use
Thank
it on
you.
Not dying.
yeah.
Wait, if I had advantage on this roll, I get to roll 2 more d20s.
It's just
Attack
not an
rolls.
advantage.
Okay.
It's true.
I'll take it.
It is the rules. Them's the rules. Was it worse?
I'm so sorry, Jake.
No.
Silas,
I'm happy you do it.
Take your
right.
shield and you strike at Kieran, trying to get his attention back. He staggers for a moment, blade narrowly missing over at L before he shoulders. You actually get a couple cuts from the ridges of the different layered plate as you were knocked back into this hole.
Gwen will
And with the
burn
breath.
her reaction to cast Featherfall.
Whew, thank
You
you.
begin falling at. It's very slow. It's like 60 feet around, I think.
Yeah, 60 feet around.
You instantly land. You're 20 feet down.
She's in a hole.
Do you remember disadvantage?
Yes.
Go. Great.
I rolled better on the second one. I rolled pretty darn well. There is a ladder here. It's a 20-foot ladder. So you are able to get physically out of here. You do not take the fall damage or have to roll to be prone. It smells pretty rough in here. There is a small bowl-shaped curvature to the ground, and the ground is tilted probably about 10 degrees to allow water to pass through. We're gonna call it water for politeness' sake, but it smells not water.
I don't like this.
Welcome, your boots are ruined.
I'm
Ruined!
getting new boots.
L, on your next turn, you'll always have the option of taking prestidigitation to clean your boots. That was
Thank
only
you.
Kieran's first attack.
I don't have that much
I'm going to
health.
go ahead and have Kieran make his second attack. Kieran, now having knocked one of the people out of the fray, you're the one who used your reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have your reaction. Not that it's super important here, but that's good to note. Seeing what's going on and feeling the effects of your whisper from before, I'm going to go ahead move right here.
First you push a girl, now you're going after a drow. You're a pretty bad knight.
Battle tactics are always valuable.
Says the honorable paladin. I see how you got here in life.
One sec. Nope, he rolled crap. How dare you! I'm gonna go ahead and make an attack against Silas. Jake, that's some good RP.
I'm good at being a dick. That's all.
That's a 25 to hit.
Hey, 25 hits.
I
asked.
rolled a 19 and an 18 against him.
I'm scared.
Look, I'd rather soak up the damage.
He's not going to smite this turn.
See.
Oof. That is 8 points of slashing damage.
When you said, "Oh, I got scared."
No, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh, thank God. It doesn't have the weight as it did earlier. Are you losing your edge? I'm just wondering what happened.
He's furious, angry, but also still in the midst of a fight. He's going to provoke an attack of opportunity using the rest of his movements. He went 1, 2, 3,
That's what I thought.
4, 5.
I'll take a swing at him because I have my dagger out.
Yeah, you do, because
Yeah,
it's
you
your
do,
spellcasting
buddy.
focus.
Nice.
I love
After
that.
whispering into your blade, you got it? Ruby gleaming in the sun.
Was it a 1?
Yeah.
You're not used to that dagger, huh?
Taking his offhand from
Not
his
used to
blade,
it.
just fully backhands you with the gauntleted fist. It hurts, it's going to leave a welt.
From the
Fair
horn.
enough.
We'll work on
26
it.
hit.
Does hit.
And since the rather scared paladin is running away, Crusher Feet lets me push him 5 feet. Might as well help him along. Shoving him back 5 more feet.
Ooh, okay, so it's going to end up... Oh, actually, end in the same place. Just waste him.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
just
you knock him back.
agonizing.
He uses let's say he uses 5 feet of movement to kind of stabilize as he turns, seeing the wizard, and begins closing. Roll that damage. He's hurt.
That is a total of 9.
9 damage. Hey man, every little bit counts.
That was good.
No, yeah.
That was
That's good.
Great.
Oh. So sorry, do me a favor.
no.
You take 1 more point of damage.
Is this some kind of a rebuke?
No. It's I miscalculated previously.
Oh yeah, fine.
Oh.
16.
That's not good.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, so moving on from there, we're then going to go to Thorne. It is your turn. Elle, you're the next player to go.
I don't like that he's near his meanie, so I'm going to cast Scorching Ray on him.
Ooh, nice. There's nothing between the two of you. No obscuring. There's no cover for him whatsoever.
I'll just roll 3 for the 3 rays.
You flip your dagger around, pointing the ruby gem as three motes fire out.
Oof. I'm assuming a
I can't parry range attacks.
17 doesn't hit.
17 is a miss.
Does a 20 hit?
20 does hit.
Okay, so I only got 1 hit.
Okay. The other two, you still manage to actually strike against the armor, but it looks like he's just able to kind of shrug it off, not hitting anywhere too.
4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bonus action pull him away from.
Nice. Now this does not trigger Warcaster because it's not intentional movement. I'll make a strength saving throw.
Is disadvantage on this?
Ability check.
Ability check.
Ability checks.
Yeah.
That is a 12, so it's
It's
failed.
for
And you want
grapple.
to pull directly this way?
So if he
Yeah.
does the grapple, it's fine. If I do the grapple, he's still fine. Or it's
No.
the-
It's good. You want to hex people that you... someone hexed is easy to grapple.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we had other things we
Saves
were
and stuff
doing,
about.
it feels like strength and
Knocking
dexterity.
everything over.
You already broke my hammer once.
That was not Connor's fault. I saw it happen in real time. It fell off on its own.
I want to be over here. I want to be away.
I mean, I was gonna say
I will
myself
vouch
the
for
jinx.
Connor's honor.
For the corner?
Uh,
no
For
way to
the
combine
Connor
those
of Grayskull.
It's okay. Now
Jake,
we've switched
we
to
now we know have a
stick.
we have a glue, we have glue that we can fix it. I apologize.
Oh no, I don't care. It's a quarterstaff. What are you talking about?
Take the
okay.
polearm master feet.
Ooh.
On everyone else's turn, you do see that the two orcs are going to go ahead and head off. Had you waited a little bit longer, they would have robbed that guy.
What is this town square?
You're like, we ran this town square. It's full of robbery.
Sorry. You're not in a town square. You're just in a market.
Right.
You've been actively seeking out a criminal who goes to bad places.
Right, I know, but
Orktown has lots of great things in it.
I know, but we know what happened to the Genasi because of the war, and so I feel so guilty for the family.
Because of the war.
Okay, we're then gonna go. Elle, it's your turn. You're standing in a stinky sewer.
It's a ladder, difficult terrain.
No, because it actually has handles here. So you're able to begin moving up. That's 20 feet, 25 to get into one square within the circle.
25, 30. I can reach him.
Yes, you can get next to the giant. You pop your head out.
I can get to him. I have 35. 20,
Oh, 35, yes.
25, 30.
Perfect.
Actually, I have some to spare.
Blade at the ready. Lightning, correct? It's lightning damage? Furious. Browner boots. You step out of the sewers ready for a fight.
I am extremely upset with you, sir. Like, extremely. Like,
Then you should leave.
me? I just got here.
Your sword hand is practiced. Be ashamed to lose it.
Go ahead and try, I guess. And,
you suck.
We're just a bunch of teenagers heckling this man.
Yeah, I will say the greatest feeling ever, knowing that you all were going to tease me for the next few years, was that I got to beat you guys as using a bunch of teenagers. I beat you at a many-legged race
Look, they
and had them
the grease
totally what's the word? Heckle you.
Taunt, heckle.
it's fine.
They
We're
just-
getting
It peaked
our
early.
youth
It's-
revenge.
Well, it was
on-
like right in line with Thorne's level of maturity, so it was perfect.
Okay.
Thorne's doing a Fortnite dance in the background right now.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Elle, you're up on him. He is. Let me see. 10, 20.
They look hurt.
Yes, he's bloody. You can see there's actually been a few wounds. That last scorching ray, the one that found purchase near the side of his armor, you can see actually there's a small section that's unarmored due to the ornamentation of the armor, and there's a wound there. Like he's hurt.
So you can get close next time, right? Because I'm really nervous to roll without advantage, so I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to spend 2 arcane points to do.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna hold?
Yes.
Okay. So you all see this is the rest of your arcane points, right?
No.
Oh man. Ooh.
I haven't used any today, like after a long rest.
Last time she used
Oh.
it.
What is the thing?
That was last night. Perfect.
So I'm taking 2 off. I still have 2 left. I'm
Imbuing your
holding,
weapon with even more lightning magic.
And I'm imbuing it with inflict wounds.
Oh!
I'm using a spell slot. And I'm
Sparks that are
holding.
arcing over her weapon begin to turn from a bright blue into this sort of brilliant black purple energy.
I recognize that.
Get
All
in
right.
position, Silas.
I heard.
Raising her weapon into a combat, like holding your blade above your head, ready to go.
Let's go.
We're then moving. It's Meanie's turn. Is Meanie? Ella's back. She's dirty, but she's unharmed, except for all of the sword damage
Just a little
Ella's back.
stinky.
from that open
Back
wound.
again.
I would say you have. Oh, did you not get hit? Oh, you got the big hit. You're right.
No, I've been
I
hitting the
am at
ultimate.
full health.
No
I
one
don't
else-
appreciate that.
I can't move. I know myself, and I can't move because Al is still a target.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Ice Knife on him.
It will explode and hit her. That's how Ice Knife
giant.
works. It does hit Alex.
There's a dex save.
Yeah?
I'll be
You
good.
trust Elle?
I trust L.
You've seen me do flips all the time.
Yeah. And I'm gonna ask for Squawk to give me advantage on this roll as well. Because I can do some dive bombs. $24.
Yes, that's going to be a hit.
Great.
Quickly throwing an ice knife conjured out of nothing.
You take no damage.
You pass the save?
Yeah.
You take no damage. It shatters outward. Like a well-practiced maneuver, you duck out of the way. Bring your blade up as Silas approaches.
It sounds like y'all done this before.
I had 24 on that save. I just want to call that out.
You
Really
didn't actually
happy.
explicitly say, what was your trigger?
Oh, it's when Silas gives me advantage on the thing. Like, do you need like a flavor one?
No.
Okay, cool.
We
Do you
smacked
need
the
do
same
you need
time.
my piercing and my necrotic separate?
No.
That'll be 13 points of damage then. I rolled a 10
Nice.
that ice knife. Feels good.
Oh, because he's still hacks. I forgot about that. Nice.
He's still hexed. I haven't been hit yet. I lost concentration. That was my action. I don't have a bonus action, and I'm just gonna move laterally and get back into that back corner. Thank you.
Of course. I would like to enter the man's house.
I would love to enter that man's house.
You know, I wasn't sure how to feel about these. I really like these. There's an implied house over
Yeah,
here.
I like
Yeah,
the
I
implied
like
house.
Structures. I think that'll work. Okay, we're gonna move on to Borok's turn. Ooh, with him, he's pretty dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Oh, a d6 and a 6. I'll re-roll to see who he's going after. Okay. 15. Provoke. Would you like to make your attack? If you do, it will discharge. You use your reaction. You're holding an
Yeah.
action. Silas, this will provoke from you.
I knew it.
Okay.
He likes purple.
Time out. Okay.
There's another reason I'm excited about this.
This is not good.
I have not described the hill giant carrying any weapons with him.
Just gonna use me as a weapon.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit the giant. The giant's not very hard to hit. He's
boy.
unarmored.
Okay. That is. Why can't I math 13?
13 points of damage. You strike against him. A solid hit. He's unflinching as he moves forward. How are you looking? You're fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the second lamp. I'm gonna make 2 attacks with it against you, Laurentius.
Okay.
Gonna swing the lamppost at you.
I don't.
It's just a flavor. It's the Great Club, but as he begins swinging with this,
If the lamp was lit, can it be 1d4 fire damage too?
a 21.
Shut up, Jake.
Both of these are gonna hit. One of them is a crit.
Both of them
You
are gonna
just
hit.
rolled
One of
so
them's a
well.
crit.
I rolled so well today. One of them looks like what is that? Actually, I'll just tell you. One of them is a 21.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Do you have shield?
Do you have 15?
I have shield, but I can't stop it.
You can't stop it.
Nope.
Club.
Copyright, 15 seconds.
Hey, do you have
What do
do
you
you
need?
have D10s that are just set out already?
Yeah, I have a lot. What do you
I need. Thanks.
And then here's 3 more.
Cool. That is.
I might have
Do you
had
need 2 more?
Do you
I
need
need
more?
2 more.
Hey. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Hey, Thorne, are you gonna?
I'm
Hi.
excited to see what color your face look like. Well, I gathered eight,
Sort of stoic
8 D10.
acceptance, I think it was.
Whoa, wait a
Eight.
second.
Wait, that game.
It's okay. No, we.
I was thinking. I thought I had a D12 in here when I worked.
No, they're
Hey.
percentiles.
I was supposed to say we like
Yeah, sorry.
rolling
that-
new characters. This is Connor's opportunity.
Okay.
How many was it?
Huh?
8 D10. 80
If he rolls an 80, yeah.
It's like, do you have 40 health?
I don't.
Because if it's double your HP, no death saves.
That's not fun.
If he rolls max damage, though,
Plus
Take-
these modifiers. So.
do
Take
the math.
all of these. I think these are all yours. All y'all.
Y'alls.
Thank you.
You take 37 points of damage.
I'm out. That's exactly my HP.
No,
I thought you were at 38.
That's
These are
exact.
all
No, that's not right. It's 37.
Oh no.
Oh no, is your HP on there wrong?
Yeah.
So it's his dex apparently.
The first one, whack. The second one, he brings this thing out, clubs. It's unfortunate. You're knocked back into the pillar here next to the bell. There's a ringing sound as you strike against it and go unconscious. Go ahead and move you over for me. Thorne is fully down.
Taking a little nap.
Taking a dirt nap with the Morning Lord.
I'm gonna apologize to
No.
you preemptively.
No, it's my. I only have so many spell slots.
No, I'll handle.
Gwynwyn,
Let the
it's
support
your
character
turn.
do the
Potion.
support. Let the
I still
rogue
attack from my back.
Give me the
I'm gonna
advantage.
go save him.
I'm good on my back.
I.
Oh my god.
honor.
Here, just take the box.
I.
Jake, behave. Gwynwyn, it's your turn.
Yeah, that completely changes Gwynwyn's thing. She's gonna go run to Thorne.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How much acid damage? Kieran has gone once since taking that. You would taken 2d4 again?
He takes it at the start of his turn.
Yes. Can you? Yes. I missed one of them. So go ahead and
6 more points of acid.
6 more. Thank you. I want to keep myself honest here. He is looking quite hurt. Kieran is most of the way down.
Okay.
Welcome to
So-
casters.
Gwynwyn is gonna run over to Thorne, and she has a healing potion. She's gonna give him the healing potion.
Okay. You spend your turn. Look. Anything as a bonus action?
No, I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. Hey, it's hard. A lot of classes don't have them, especially early on.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll have some more. Plus, the flute helps. All right, Thorne, you regain a little bit of hit points, 2d4 plus 2. If you want to just go ahead and roll that. Mark off that potion. Very good play there, Gwynwyn. It is then going to be Kieran's turn.
Did I go last? Did we skip me?
It should be Silas.
It should be Silas next.
I think we might have
Silas
skipped
goes
me in the order.
after
Oh, no.
Kieran.
Did I go after Kieran last
Yes.
It's because we're both confused because of you went weirdly with Thorne last
Yeah,
time.
because last
Thorne
time,
went and then you went.
then because we thought
time? That was the very
His
first turn.
reaction or whatever it was.
That was the very first time because we switched up the bait and switch. I just don't remember. going to
Do me a favor. We're going to still have your turn in just a moment. So I'm not certain, and I would rather err on the side of players here.
Don't worry.
During your last turn, would you have stood and swung at Kieran?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to remember if I rolled damage on Kieran. I can't remember if it
No,
was
you've
anyway.
already hit him. I'm asking, do me a favor. Make an attack roll. You would have had advantage on this roll. There's a little bit of, sometimes things happen. Doing a little bit of housekeeping.
Doesn't matter.
No?
No.
Okay. You're still coming up very soon.
Start of his turn, he takes 8 more points of acid damage.
Oh,
I rolled 2
fours.
okay. I'm
So
going
he
to check
likes
this
it
real
all.
quick.
Gwynwyn is dangerous.
I come
Until
out
he
of it, I'm
bites
like,
it off.
suck it, Kieran.
Thorne's alive!
Coughing up blood.
He is
Staying alive.
incredibly hurt.
Good.
Here's the total, by the way, Alex. He's really hurt.
Non-lethal acid damage.
Yeah, that doesn't make
It's
sense.
just-
Non-lethal. Alex, go ahead. Here you go. Here's a bite.
Do I have
Good
Just-
job.
Did you just like
Lightning
Harvey
acid.
Dent his ass?
You can just choose.
He's gonna come back in the final arc.
Flipping a coin.
Like, do you remember what you did to me?
Created a new palette.
All right.
God damn.
I guess
It's
that's
Kieran's
like a
turn.
vengeance.
I
You
thought
just flip a
Silas
coin.
went before him. Oh, it's fine.
We take concentration, right?
Silas, do something
Yeah.
about this giant.
I will hopefully do
Gosh.
Okay.
giant.
Just saying.
I mean,
Otherwise,
I
I'm
want
gonna have to do
I think he wants to
something
split the love between the two melee folks. I think that's what he's gonna have to do.
about it. Cool.
He needs to get damage on the board. No, seeing this, what's going on here, he's gonna charge forward here.
I don't. I'm
No,
not playing-
Silas's turn is next.
No.
If I make it.
It was about does this trigger the
Yeah.
advantage?
Right. Silas goes next.
Yeah.
He's in a position where as long as Silas doesn't go
The
unconscious,
trigger
it'll
is
be
you
dead.
get advantage.
My trigger is I get advantage.
Right.
So
Which is-
I was saying.
Which will happen.
They line up.
Yes, which will
Yeah.
happen next time. Specifically, it's Silas flanks.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
realized why I took so much damage, but never mind.
All right.
Natural 20 and a hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I took so much damage.
He
I don't
doesn't
know,
do
that thing hit
18,
me
10 in
earlier.
every
Oh my gosh! Can
Yeah.
I let you know? You were technically lower than that because I did not add the plus X damage. It was just the dice.
That's what I thought. I was worried about that.
Right. It would have been
That
10
thing
total
hurt
more
me
damage than that.
Pretty hard.
So it would have been 42 points of damage, or
Yeah,
47, whatever.
47.
whichever.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 attacks.
That would-
I'm gonna use the orange die on Clella
What?
and the blue die on our dear Silas.
It's a natural.
Even with
He
your word?
gets between the two of you, gets into a low stance, and like lightning, is going to strike forwards, strike back, very quick. I said Silas was blue.
Yeah.
Silas. That is an 18.
19's my AC. Oh my god, I'm about to cry.
20. You have +1?
No, not
he
anymore.
only
My turn.
did-
Oh.
Okay,
Winter.
but L. That is a 24.
That definitely hits.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and smite.
Concentration checks?
Let's do that damage number.
Yeah.
Kind of regret not.
You do need to make a concentration saving throw for this damage.
Yeah. What's the
I
DC?
didn't hear what you said.
I said I kind of regret not using the bicycle.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You're gonna take 23 points of damage. As he strikes, you feel a pulse, and like siphoned energy, like something you took back in the sewers long ago. Over it, I believe that was Copper's Back, where you encountered the necrotic shaman lizard folk.
Yeah.
DC 11. DC 11? Concentration check?
So yes, it would be half the damage or 10, whichever is higher. So yes, DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
If it was 26.
26 would be 13. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
thought it was
13.
I thought you said 23 points of damage.
No, it was 23 points of damage. You're correct. So the DC is
Okay.
11 because you round down.
the process of once I've said the numbers, it goes
Natural
away.
20! Yay!
Okay, either way, don't worry about that.
Did it!
You pass on the save. You do take all of the damage still.
Oh yeah.
23.
For the non-DM.
Wow, I don't get to know. Are you bloodied? I get to know if you're bloodied. I get to know your number if I
I
want
have to
to.
do math in my head.
You're definitely
Yes.
bloodied.
Yes.
You're definitely. Look at how much damage you took from skull and look at how much you have left.
Well, I just rounded to 40
Kieran,
divided by 2
haggard.
and then -1.
Acid burning away at him.
Thorn's bloodied.
Wait,
It's going to pop out this white sphere with what looks to be some sort of small black circle on it.
No, my olive.
oh,
Just cover his mouth.
I'm
The
gonna,
bonus action just to pop it.
I have a reaction. though.
Actually covers mouth.
He missed me. I can riposte.
Oh, you! So he's got this. As he's drawing it out, the hammer comes down.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Bonk.
Hammer does not come down at a very nice angle. It's a 11.
Do you want to get? Oh, Alex spending his bicycle. Jake, you have to give me another roll in that. Hey man, I like it.
Connor, I need you to get
The
this.
peanut gallery absolutely can influence the game.
19.
19 is exactly his armor class. Roll it! Jake.
Okay, I'm
Jake.
buying Alex a drink.
Jake. Jake. He has 8 hit points.
I need to roll 3 or higher. I rolled 1.
It's fine. It's fine. I got a spell.
Is it fine? Because there's
Well,
still a
he's eating
giant.
something in his mouth. So.
Half giant,
Strike
whatever it is.
against him, bringing him down low. So it's 1 for a total of how
Yeah,
much?
it's Jake's turn
That's a
next.
6.
6. So he has 2. I'll let you know. He has 2 hit points left. He is nearly defeated, and you see him kind of dazed for a moment, blade at the ready, looking to kill anyone who gets near him.
Spit it out.
What was in his mouth?
Spit
Stop
it out.
it.
The olive.
Oh,
No.
so that's a good point. You doing your riposte, I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna change my. I am gonna do. Oh, my next turn is acid. My next turn is acid.
Yeah, he didn't wipe off the acid.
You're right. So I apologize. The riposte would have happened before my bonus action at all. I'm gonna do a different action here. I'm gonna go ahead. Begin drinking a health potion.
Okay, so I can still get his olive.
Thank
1
goodness
plus
the
1 plus
olive
2.
is still there. Take the step silence. I'm so excited to burn this spell slot.
That was really terrible.
Good, I'm glad. You rolled fucking 3 d4s.
It's a nice health score.
4 d4s actually.
4.
Roll
Or
4.
hidden one. The one that he keeps up asleep.
Popped out.
Okay. Can he not heal still? Is that for 1 round?
No,
1
it's for
minute?
one round.
I had thought it was 1 round. Thank you.
Yeah.
But Alex, I do appreciate
Yeah.
that because that could have been the case. That would have changed so much.
Yeah, I started.
We would have had truly hundreds of thousands of DMs about this.
Yeah, I stopped using my
Chill touch.
Chill touch, and I
Oh,
started.
That's okay.
I used ice knife last turn.
Nope, that's a good point.
Maybe
You are right.
But he's incredibly hurt,
Tense.
haggard. I didn't get to cast Shield of Faith. Oh, I wanted to. Don't get me wrong. I really wanted to.
Smart boy.
Silas, it is your turn. Elle has called you to a point. Are you going to
Carried
move
us
there?
for a while.
I should probably go check on Thorne. I'm kidding. No.
All of them killed you after the session.
See, the thing is, at the end of the day, he has to ride home in a car with me.
I thought we were all just going to stay here afterwards and play.
I think you should
Warhammer
check on
Kill Team.
Thorn.
No, I am going to glance back though and see if Thorne's okay. Is he breathing?
Thorn is awake, beginning to conjure some magic.
Vomiting blood.
Not
It's-
cool.
You have you're gonna need to check. Someone's gonna need to like reset some ribs for you.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh, it's gonna.
Silas is
There's gonna be a
really
gross.
good
Sounds
Sound,
oddly
it's gonna be
familiar.
terrible.
Just Silas with it. Yeah.
It's gonna be both moist and crunchy.
Ew.
Silas, it's your turn.
Silas is gonna move into position with a Lilier.
That's gonna trigger.
I'm so excited. Natural 20.
Oh, I'm just gonna assume he's dead.
Kill him.
Don't
Right.
Can't do that.
Is this lethal or non-lethal damage?
It's non-lethal.
It's non-lethal. Okay.
Non-lethal crit.
Wait, time out.
Non-lethal crit.
It's a non-lethal
I
prick
don't know
with
Clella?
inflict wounds.
10?
Do you want to whisper that to cut off his hand? Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I can cut off his
Take
hand.
away his hand.
I'll cut off his hand.
Are you going to take this man's
Is it
sword
treat?
hand?
As a treat? Yes.
Well, he did
Yes,
have
a
that with
D10.
her. This is good.
I will
karma.
absolutely. This is a thing. This is fully in the allowable thing.
Yeah, that's what we call retribution.
No, this is. Ooh, Silas is gonna close his
This
eyes.
is so many dice.
Which is thematic.
I feel like a wizard
Yes.
again.
He has
to
Hey,
help
I will say this.
rescue
He
and
does
save
have
people.
he has an amount of
broke his
damage that you could roll too low. It's
He
possible.
does not.
I had +4 to
wield
this.
his sword.
Okay.
I don't think he was an
Just take off 4. Okay. 10.
I think she beat that.
I'm certain.
Pretty
She
confident.
physically could have rolled lower.
She said 10 and she has
That's-
a +4.
Hey, did that D4 roll a 4 this time?
17? It
Yeah.
did! 17. They're all
How many
4s.
limbs did you cut off?
17.
Is he like a gnat now?
27.
Or a bob?
37. Plus 4. 41 points of damage. This is 9.
Wait,
8,
what?
17.
Are
27.
we
That
sure
being
this
not
was
37. 47. Plus 4.
L.
51.
You all see L. 51?
Are we positive this was non
Dude, we did the math twice. It's 51, right?
Right,
This
okay.
is
That is an
10,
absurd number on
10.
that many dice.
This
It
is
was crit
20.
with inflict
10,
wounds.
20,
Okay.
30.
If it's with inflict wounds, that makes
30.
sense.
Well, inflict wounds, weapon
39,
burst,
40,
It's already
attack.
60-10.
47.
47.
51. Yeah,
Here's
51.
what-
We
time.
did
I
this
want
the
to
math
explain
3 times.
something here. L emerges from the sewers. Thorn nearly goes down. The
Thorn
party.
went down.
Thorn went down and got he got knocked down,
He got
but he
back
got
up
up
again.
again.
Oh my god.
You're never gonna keep
Never
him
gonna
back.
keep me in
Never.
Gonna fight y'all.
By the way, good. Gwynwyn did a great job bringing him up. When we say roll an attack, we do not mean it's a literal one swing. It's the same reason I'm describing him backhanding people or making some parries. Because roll to hit is not a swing. You all see L diving and weaving. Because this man is way physically stronger individually than you, any of you. He brings up, parries one of your attacks, you let the blade get really close as it strikes, sparking off of the ground itself. And for a brief moment, you see you see your life flashing before your eyes. This guy, another big hit. It's coming. You see the weak point in the armor, and a bit of just a little bit of flesh exposed here as your blade sinks in, and it separates. The magic sword stabbing into the ground and sinking several inches, as if carving through butter into the cobblestone below. His hand splinters off to the side, begins hailing, "Ah!" flailing on the ground as he goes down, clutching. He's mechanically unconscious, freaking out about what's going on, incredibly hurt. You see him touching his hand there, trying to he's trying to lay on hands. Nothing really happening. Hurt, bleeding. You're going to still do some medicine, but this is all flavor. However, we're going to deal with the hill giant next week.
It's my turn next week.
Yes, we're going to come back.
I'm gonna write down my plans.
I just stabbed myself in the hand. We're going to come back with his meanie's turn. Now, I said next week, next session, excuse me. We'll be seeing you this Sunday for Footnotes here with Connor. Learn some secrets about Laurentius Thorne. And 2 weeks from today, we'll have our next session, Session 13. Thank you all so much for coming and supporting us
Let's
here
see if
at
Thorne
Stories to D4.
survives session 13.
Let's see if Thorne survives another session. Good night, everyone.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Bye.
Bye.